Miss Crosby, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Stevens?
18.
Who do you live with, Miss Crosby?
I live with my best friend and her mother.
And how old is your friend?
She is 17.
So you live with your 17-year-old friend, is that you?
No, I'm her mother.
That would be a compliment. So you took Miss Crosby in with her baby,
Yes.
and you have a daughter who's 17.
Right.
You and Mr. Stevens have a child together. How old is that child?
He is 5 months.
Do you work?
No.
Have you ever worked?
Yes, I have.
When?
Around end of May, beginning of June.
So maybe you worked 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Not talking about 3 weeks worth of work. I'm talking about, did you work in 2016?
No.
17?
Yes.
Where did you work in 17?
Burger King.
When?
End of April, beginning of May.
So for a couple of weeks in April and May?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't work?
Right.
Who supports you?
They do. The reason why I don't work now is because he has called CPS and the policeman on me so many times that I had to ask off. And finally they said, well, we're just going to take you off the schedule. And I have evidence, actually, of the CPS report.
I know that he called CPS on you. Where were you living prior to moving with these people?
I was living with him.
Where?
In North Vernon.
In a house, an apartment?
Yeah, house.
Whose house?
His grandmother's.
So the two of you and your baby lived with him and his grandmother.
Right.
Did you live with the grandmother while you were pregnant?
For a short while.
Did you move in with his grandmother when you were pregnant?
Yes, for a short while.
When did you move out?
Move out or move in?
I'm asking you a question. I'm trying to figure out your life. You had parents. Evidently, the parents aren't an option to live with.
Right.
For whatever reason. I don't have to get into that. But you got pregnant, and from getting pregnant, did you move in with Mr. Stevens' grandmother?
No.
Where did you go?
I was living with my family up until Christmas.
And what happened Christmas?
I moved in with him because my dad no longer allowed me in his place.
Okay, so Christmas time, your father said out. You moved in with Mr. Stevens, and when was the baby born?
In February.
Okay. This whole stupid scenario of 18, 17-year-olds having babies didn't work out. And you left Mr. Stevens' grandmother's house at some point and went for a couple of days probably to stay with these people. Your last name is?
Bassett.
You went to stay with Miss Bassett. And then you came back. You were gone for a few days. How long?
I was gone for a week.
And you had taken the baby to the Bassetts with you.
Right. I left with the baby, yeah.
And then you came back. And what happened when you came back?
I thought we could work out, but he decided to be controlling.
Okay. And how long did you stay at that point?
I stayed a few weeks.
Until when?
I don't know exactly the date.
Month?
Around the time I was working.
In May?
Yes.
Well, that's a long time that you stayed there then, after you were at Miss Bassett's and came back. So you stayed a long time. And what happened in May? You left?
Yes.
When you left, did you take the baby with you?
Yes, I did.
And you went back to Miss Bassett's house? Mm-hmm. And Mr. Stevens, you're 18. What do you do?
I work at Martin Ray. It's a factory in North Vernon.
How long have you worked there?
I've only worked there a few months. I worked at Burger King from February of 2016 to March of 2017, sorry.
Did you work full-time or part-time?
Full-time.
When Miss Crosby was living in the house with you and your grandmother, was she working?
No, she was not.
Okay. This is what the case is about. You left, you want your baby's stuff. You took your stuff, but you want the crib, you want all the baby's items. He says the baby's items are staying here. And you have a complaint that he called CPS on you on, I don't know, 2 occasions or 3?
3.
3 occasions after you left the last time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's deal with the baby's items. Do you see the baby?
No, I did not.
Why not?
She will not let me see him. She now says that her lawyer has told her not to let me see the baby at all.
I have sole custody so I can decide whether or not he can see him.
Just a second. I'd like to see the document that says that you decide when he can see him.
Oh, I don't have a document.
I want you to say, if you have full custody and the court says that visitation is strictly at your discretion with the father, I would like to see that.
I couldn't get the reports. They kept sending me to another police station in our town.
I don't get the reports. There's a court order for custody. You said you have full custody. Who gave you full custody?
The clerk office in our town, but we didn't get the order.
Well, then if you don't have an order, you don't have an order. Was there a trial?
No.
Was there a hearing?
No.
There was nothing. So you have nothing. When you were working, and you said you worked for several weeks, and you worked for several weeks while you were still in the grandmother's house or afterwards?
A little bit, and then after.
So you worked for a little bit while you were living in the grandmother's house?
Yes.
And when you were living in the grandmother's house and working, what hours were you working?
I was working from 4 to 10, 4 to 12.
Who was taking care of your son?
He was. But while...
Shut up!
Okay.
I didn't ask you a question. So when you were working from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. and he was taking care of his son, And then you were working sometimes 4 to 12. And you were working from 4 to 12, and Mr. Stevens was taking care of his son, right? Why wouldn't he have the opportunity to see his son since May?
He has seen him for weeks, a few times. It's just recently that I have cut it off.
What do you mean he's seen him a couple of times? What does that mean?
I would let him see him every Tuesday and every Friday.
From when to when and where?
At 6 to 7.
Where?
At our city park.
Are you still living with your grandmother?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong is that he will cause trouble while we were visiting, and one time we actually had to have a police officer who was off duty, though, come up and try to settle things.
Why don't you just, you have a lawyer?
Yes.
How did you get the lawyer?
Through legal aid.
Tell the lawyer that you want to set a fixed visitation schedule so that your son can visit with his father on a regular basis, because his father used to take care of him when you weren't there, and not at a park for an hour with you there, at a regular time. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if you have the time or the money. She has legal aid, so legal aid won't represent you, so therefore you have a problem. You understand that? But I assume you want to see him.
Yes, I have hired a lawyer.
Good. And I'm hoping that since you hire a lawyer, the lawyer will make arrangements for you to see your son on a regular basis. Hopefully, if you work during the week, on weekends and stuff, why wouldn't he have the need for the baby's furniture? Who bought the baby's furniture?
I got it all from my baby showers.
So it was gifts for the baby.
Yes.
It stays in his house. Baby gifts. Just because you're depriving him of seeing his child, a child that you let him watch when it was convenient for you, and now your lawyer says don't let you see him at all. I don't know what kind of brilliant lawyer that is. Doesn't mean he's going to give you all the furniture so he has nothing. Get a job and buy furniture.
May I say something?
You can say whatever you like.
While I was living with him, he would come home from school. And I'm like, hey, can you take our son so I can take a shower and eat before I go to work? And he was like, no, because your shift isn't over. I need the extra half an hour to do whatever I want before I watch it.
Well, let me explain something to you. That's what happens when two idiot morons who were 17 years old make a baby. Those are the kind of answers that people give each other when they're not old enough to give up their dolls, but they make a baby. Now you're in this pickle. You're 18 years old and you have the responsibility of having a child. Well, you'd better grow up very fast.
Since he has a job, he will not provide for Oliver. I would ask for diapers. Even when he was seeing him, I would ask for diapers or wipes.
Seeing him is not at your discretion. I think that if you were smart, Miss Bassett, who seems to have an interest in you, would say, why don't you go to a mediator and work something out so that he's working during the week and he should be paying a certain amount of support for his son, for you, and you have to get busy and find daycare and get a job and get a life. But in the meantime, he's working, you're not. And he should be supplying some support for his son. You would agree with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Could I also
And at the same time, he should be seeing him regularly, because the nonsense that you give me is nonsense because you left him alone with the baby from 4 to 10 at night and 4 to midnight when you weren't home. So you weren't concerned that he wasn't taking care of him, because if you were concerned that he wasn't taking care of him, you wouldn't have left him home.
Can I say something? I allowed him to watch Oliver while I worked when I was living with them from 4 to 10 twice before. The second time, he withheld him from me for 2 days. Would not let me see him, touch him, or anything. I had to go to the police 4 times.
Just a second. So what you're saying is the last time that you let him watch him, he wouldn't return him.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this question. And you thought that that was very wrong, right?
Yes.
Because you're the baby's mother, right?
Yes.
You're no more of a parent than he is. When you left his grandmother's house, the place where the baby was born, you didn't leave the baby there. You took the baby with you, right?
Yes.
What gives you the right to do that? What gives you, it's what I'm trying to get to you. What gives you the right more than the father to have the physical custody of that child? And if you think it's just because you're the mother, that's not the law. The law is if it doesn't work out and you have a child, what you're supposed to do is sit down like almost grown-ups and say, listen, this isn't working out and I'm going to live at the Bassett's. Baby's name is?
Oliver.
I'm going to take Oliver with me Monday through Friday because you're working. I'll bring Oliver to you, or you can come get Oliver Friday night and keep Oliver until Sunday so that you can see him regularly. But this isn't working out between us.
Before, when I was letting him watch him, I actually was breastfeeding him a little bit.
Listen to me. Breastfeeding a little bit means what?
Meaning,
Breastfeeding a little mean. I mean, I did matrimonial work, and I understand this. This is something that maybe you discussed with your lawyer, right? Also.
Yeah.
Of course. You have to understand, this was my business for years. When you were breastfeeding Oliver and going to work, how were you doing it?
I would feed him at night to help him sleep.
And during the day, who gave him a bottle?
I did when I was...
And she did. And you bought formula, right?
Yes.
That's what comes under the terms nonsense. Either you breastfeed or you don't breastfeed. You don't feed formula. And then in order to say he can't have the child overnight because I breastfeed him at night so it helps him fall asleep. Do you understand?
Yes. Can she help say something? Because she has something on this to say.
I'm ready. First, let me tell you this. You took on a whole bunch of responsibility. Good for you. You must be a very, very nice person. You have to understand before you say anything that they made a very bad judgment in having a child at 17 years old. But now they have a 5-month-old baby, and he has as much right to that child as she does.
Right.
Period.
Yes.
And she doesn't let him see him in a park for an hour.
Okay. We went to the police after he withheld him.
What do you mean he withheld him? He didn't withhold him.
It wasn't.
He didn't withhold him. She left and stole his son from his grandmother's house. She took him to your house. Now, if he went to the police and said she stole my baby from the place where the baby was born, what do you think the police would have said? They would have said, we don't get involved in that, go to family court. But because now the baby is back at the grandmother's house and he says, you can't take him. And she goes to the police say, well, show me a court order. She doesn't have a court order for custody. Neither did he, which is what you're not getting, which is what she's not getting. Because her leaving what is the child's home and taking the child to your house, which is a stranger's house, to the child, that was the first problem. Her taking the child on her own without benefit of an order or a mediator or somebody who said, you know what, this is all right, let's work it all. That's the problem. The fact that he resorted to self-help to get his child back, and the police helped him because they don't understand what the law is about gender-neutral parenting. Gender-neutral parenting. A father has no lesser rights than a mother.
Can I say something?
Now, no, she wanted to say something. Now you want to tell me. I want you to put that into context, what you tell me.
The problem was that he was threatening her. He actually sent her a text message when she just came to visit and said, when you come back, it's going to be a hell of a lot worse for you. So
Wait, just a minute. She came to visit you.
While we were dating.
I mean, she just came for a few hours.
What does that mean?
She'd come over and we'd get to visit with Oliver. Maybe we'd go get something to eat. And then he would get mad after he was okay with her going. He'd get mad and call her over and over again saying, you need to get home now.
Okay.
If you don't get home now, then it's going to be a hell of a lot worse for you when you get home.
And?
And so she would be scared.
She would be scared and go home.
Right.
Now, were you ever married?
Yes.
Are you still married?
Yes. We're separated.
Well, you're still married, but separated.
Yes.
I assume you're separated because you weren't getting along.
Right.
And I assume that if you weren't getting along, if I would listen to what your husband says, he would have one story, and what you said would be a different story. And if somebody else was interpreting your marital situation, would you say, they can't interpret my marital situation because they're not living in it?
Probably.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying to you. They were together. They're a couple. Who knows what happened when she decides to go over to your house? When he's home, listen to me carefully. If he's working, I'm making suppositions about what I'm hearing. He works different shift. He's home. She's at your house. He wants her home. Is that controlling? Yeah. She picked him. If he was controlling, that's her problem. Then she says, goodbye, I don't want anything more to do with you. When you make a baby with him, that's a different story. You make a baby with him, now you have a parent that you have to deal with for the next 21 years. And you don't get to make the rules. The law makes the rules. And when she left with that baby and went to your house, she stole his son from him, from where he was living, from where he was being supported, and took him to your house, where a stranger, according to her, is now supporting her child. That's the black and white of it. And then when he resorted to self-help because she brought him there for a couple of days, felt comfortable enough about him watching the baby to leave him there when she worked for 2 shifts, he said, I'm not giving him back. She took him and she shouldn't have taken him. And then you went to the police, and the police made him give the baby back. And this is all about the furniture that was at his house. Well, that's what the lawsuit is about. wants back all the baby's furniture.
She doesn't really have to have the furniture. It's that she has boxes and boxes of clothes and diapers, and he is not even willing to share them, to split them. And
Go to a mediator. Get a mediated order of custody and visitation and shared property. That's what you do. I'm not ordering it.
Okay,
That's what you have to do. You have to be grown up. And if you can't be grown up, and if you're going to deal with a legal aid lawyer and a retained lawyer, if he's going to spend money on a lawyer instead of spending that money on his baby, that's her problem. She's not spending any money because she got a free lawyer, because she doesn't work. So what I'm telling you is, if you want to counsel her and counsel her appropriately, you tell her you got to work this out with the father of your child, who you clearly don't think does anything bad to him because you've left him alone with him for days or nights when I'm working. This is not a leg up situation. This is a situation where both parents should be supporting this child, both parents should see this child on a regular basis, because that's what the law says, absent a showing that one parent is abusive or neglectful. I'm telling you, based upon what this young lady says to me, there's no proof that he was neglectful of this child or abusive, because she let him stay with him for hours when it was convenient for her, multiple times, without ever, prior to this, accusing him of anything.
Your Honor,
What?
he has punched holes in the wall because he would get so mad.
Is this something you told your lawyer?
No, actually. One time the baby was on the bed, and he would get mad at me because I would go to their house, and he punched the other side of the bed where it was shaking the baby.
Goodbye, Miss Crosby. Grow up. Mr. Myerson, do you own or rent this house?
I own the house.
And it has, according to you, it has 6 bedrooms, some of which you rent.
That's right.
When did the defendant move into one of the rooms?
October 2014,
When did she move out?
approximately July 2nd, 2015.
According to you, and according to your complaint during the time that she was there, you loaned her a lot of money for a lot of different things. The aggregate, oh my God, is $5,000. She moved in October of 2014. Had you ever met her before? Moved in. When was the first time that you advanced her any money?
She was arrested for DWI in approximately May 20th. That was the first time that I'd given her any money. That was
May
$2,000.
20th of 2014.
2015.
And so she was arrested for DUI
And she called me from jail. She said that she needed to be bailed out. At first, I balked. I didn't want to give her any money. But she was crying, carrying on, literally begging me to get her out of there. She hated being in jail. She told me that she would give me the money back, pay it back as soon as possible. She said if I didn't help her, nobody else would.
Okay. And how much was her bail?
$2,000.
Was that the first time that any money was advanced to you, Ms. Kearns?
No, ma'am.
When was the first time that Mr. Myerson advanced you any money?
I moved in October 2014. I was there a month, and he immediately started bugging me about my vehicle, telling me it was a death trap. I was doing...
I don't want you to read from anything.
I was...
I want you to give that to Bird.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. He immediately began bugging me about my 2004 Dodge Neon. He was telling me it was a death trap. He kept asking me if there was somebody that could buy me a car or would. I told him no. I'm 29 years old. I cannot go to mommy and daddy to buy me a car. I was on my way home one day. He called me and said I went to the bank and I got a $20,000 loan. Let's go get you a car. I did not ask him to do that. I was fine with my vehicle. He told me that he would include it in the $550 rent. It was all bills paid, the $350, and I would pay $400 for the insurance.
Just a second. He would include it in your rent or add an amount onto your rent?
Included in the rent.
Of $550.
Of $550, and $350 would go towards the vehicle. This is after a month of me living there. I did.
Just a minute. Is that
No.
correct? Tell me about the car.
At that time in January, it's true, very true, that I told her that the car was a death trap. It was. So I told her that with my credit, I could get a car for nothing down at a very low interest rate, and I would also deduct the payment from her rent because I'm still clearing $200 a month. I'm doing fine financially. I didn't need that money. It was just, I got the space. I wanted
And you
to do it.
liked her.
I thought she was a good tenant. She was paid on time.
Well,
she was
if she
quiet.
was a good tenant, then you say thank you for being a good tenant.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're a bad tenant, you throw them out. If you're a good tenant, you renew their lease.
I did not like her in that sense. I said she was a good tenant.
Did you ever, between October and January, did you and Miss Kearns ever share a meal together?
No.
Is that correct?
Absolutely.
I barely ever saw her.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Barely saw her. She was not home. She kept to herself when she was home. She sometimes would have a boyfriend come over for 5 days, let's say, and I'd never see her.
Okay, so that this was an act of goodwill.
Absolutely. I felt sorry for her.
Fine. Let's deal with then the car first. So you purchased a car. The car was in whose name?
In his name.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you said that she could use it. It wasn't in her name with you as a lien holder. It was in your name.
Yes.
So you had a car. The car's insurance was paid, and I assume that Miss Kearns was a listed driver on your insurance.
That's true.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Myerson, let me tell you this. I don't know what you do for a living, and you look like and sound like a relatively intelligent man. What you've just done is substantially complicated your life, your credit, and your liability for, according to you, someone that you know for 2 months who's
That's
renting
true.
a room from you.
That's true. But, Your Honor, I can explain this.
What?
I can explain this. I did not advance her 1 cent.
I just said you complicated your life.
True. But I countered what she
Compromised
said.
your credit and increased your liability
That's true.
for someone that you barely knew, never shared a meal with, knew nothing of their background, and you look like an intelligent man. I just don't understand why an intelligent person does that.
I've helped many people in my life. It's the way I am. Sorry.
How many other cars did you buy for people?
None, but I loaned a friend $100,000.
That's a different story.
Oh, it is?
Loaning a friend money. I always say you never loan somebody money with the expectation of getting it paid back. Because if you get it paid back, great. That means that they were honest and honorable. But most of the time, they will find some excuse not to pay you back. And you will have lost the money and a friend.
She was doing fine.
Just a second. But you're here, Mr. Myerson.
She was doing fine until
here.
she went off on me one day in June. I want to explain that, and maybe it will make more sense to you. She paid on time, no problem, okay? There were no problems. We had no issues. We never argued. She was quiet. She was a good tenant. However,
She was a good tenant who, according to you, was paying $550 a month rent starting in October. And then you said you could now pay $200 a month rent, and $350 of what you pay I will use towards paying back the car.
That's right.
So she wasn't paying back anything.
That's correct.
She was paying the same rent.
Absolutely.
It all sounds cuckoo to me. I'm just letting you know. And it
It's fine.
sounds cuckoo to 10 million other people.
It's fine.
But keep going.
Okay.
So everything was fine. She's paying the same
paying
rent.
me? No
She's
problem.
paying the same rent. And all you're doing is you're kicking in $350 a month.
Not out of my pocket. That's lost income.
It's out of... Mr. Myerson.
It's what I do. Sorry.
Mr. Myerson, you can argue with me from today till tomorrow, my friend. It sounds to a normal person cuckoo.
That's fine. It's fine.
Cuckoo.
Fine.
Okay, what kind of work do you do, Mr. Myerson?
I'm a computer programmer.
Keep going.
Okay. So on June 26th, she came home. This was the first crosswords we had ever had. She came in. She was drunk. She went straight for the refrigerator.
Of what year?
That's 2015. She went to the refrigerator, grabbed a beer can, poked a hole in it, started sucking down the beer, and then threw it on the ground. Beer was spraying everywhere. Then she proceeded to yell at me. The only thing I could make out of it was she said, "You're always picking on me." I was shocked. I didn't know what to do. I just said, "What's wrong?" She walks over to the garbage. She starts rummaging around, finds beer bottles, and starts throwing them at me. There's beer spraying everywhere. There's glass everywhere. Then she starts banging on the walls with the beer bottles. She's poking holes in the walls. I have pictures.
This is ridiculous.
And then I
What I
called the
would like
police.
to see first, Mr. Myerson, is the bail bondsman's receipt that you paid $2,000.
You'd like to see the evidence?
Yes, I'd like to see the bail bondsman's receipt that you paid $2,000, and that was on May 20th.
This document right here, document D. And I have a police report to back me up.
Well, the bail was $3,100. You put $2,000 in your credit, and $1,100 was due on the 29th.
That was from somebody else, though. I didn't pay the $1,100, just
Who
$1,000.
did?
I don't know.
I did.
You paid the $1,100 that was due on the 29th.
Yes.
Okay, let me see the police report,
Here's the police
please.
report. Backs up what I said.
This is the June report of the incident where she was intoxicated.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. So we have $2,000 for bail. Explain, did she pay you back the $2,000
No.
for bail? Go.
Okay. So,
No, I don't want to hear the whole story
Okay.
from the creation. I want to know why you didn't pay him back the $2,000 for bail.
he told me
No,
that
not he told you. Called him and told him you were being held.
I was being held.
So that you had one phone call,
Yes.
and you didn't call your mommy or your daddy.
No, I called
You
an
called
attorney.
him.
No, ma'am.
Who did you call?
I called an attorney and he three-wayed him.
And
And he agreed to do my PR bond for $2,000. I let him know that I had a debit card at my house where I lived with Randy, and I specified for Randy to take the $2,000 out of my account to pay the bond.
great. Okay.
Lie.
And instead of doing that,
He
instead
took it
of
upon
that,
himself.
He paid himself.
And I was not involved in that phone call.
Just a second.
Okay.
So you owe him the $2,000. What you should have done if you had the debit card and you had the money right in the bank, what you do is you get out of jail and give him back the $2,000.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
why didn't you do that?
When I asked him when I needed to get it, he said, hold off. You have a lot to deal with. Get it to me when you can.
Okay, now he wants it, $2,000. What else? What else, Mr. Meyerson?
I've got tons.
What? Just a second. You may have tons.
Bills?
I have
Bills?
no time.
I'll
You
give
have
it-
ton. You have tons. I have no time. So
Okay,
far, she
200
owes you $2,000
Okay.
for her bail.
Car was impounded.
That would be your
She was
problem.
arrested for DWI.
I don't care. Did you see the way I just said to you at the beginning of this process? You don't know somebody. You buy a car in your name with the express intention of that person, that stranger, having possession of the car, and then the car that's in your name gets impounded. So what you have to do is you have to get it out of impound. That's your problem. Next time you'll be smarter. Next,
Toll fees, $636.
toll fees
She
on
was
your
driving
car.
all over the country.
On
I had
your
no
car,
control
in your
over it.
car.
Absolutely.
You didn't take it back.
Tried. Police wouldn't help me. Police
Sorry.
would do nothing. It's a civil matter.
Sorry. Car's in your name. She was living with you. Got toll fees. Take the car. Take the keys. Call the police. Say that's my car. I want my car.
Toll
What's
fees-
next,
toll
Mr.
fees
Meyerson?
were after she left.
What? You
I
should have
booted
taken
her out after she assaulted me. She
Great.
took the car because
Just a minute. Report it stolen.
I tried. They said you can't do that.
Yes, you can.
They told me I could not.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry that you got a stupid policeman. I'm
Well,
sorry that you
then
got
they're
a
all
stupid
stupid because
policeman.
I went to multiple police departments.
I'm sorry that you got a stupid policeman. Next.
Car payments I made between July of 2015 through now. I made payments of $3,100. She paid me a total of $1,450.
That would be your problem. You
Then
made
I've got
an-
nothing else
you
to
made
submit,
an-
Your Honor.
You made an
I have
arrangement.
nothing more to submit.
Great. You made an arrangement with her that she didn't have to pay anything on the car, $550 for rent, and you would take out the $350, leaving you with $200. That was your arrangement with her. Then you had a fight, and she was drunk and disorderly, and you threw her out of the house. And as well you should have. Well, then she couldn't pay you the $550, the $350 for the car. That's why I said in October of 2014, when she moved in, and 8 weeks later, you obligated yourself to a total stranger to buy a car, put it in your name, give her the ability to drive around in it, unfettered, and make this fakakta arrangement with her rent for free. So she actually paid the same rent, and she not only had a roof over her head, but she had a new car and a roof over her head. Really, that's some deal. Well, that's what happens when you act like a jerk. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. We're done. Tuggles, what did you get arrested for in California?
A robbery charge.
Is that charge still pending?
No.
What happened with it?
I served 2 months in jail.
You served 2 months in jail in California for a robbery?
Yeah.
Was that your sentence?
Yes.
Did you plead
No, my
guilty?
sentence was 4 months.
Did you plead guilty?
Yes, I did.
Was Miss Little's car involved in that robbery?
No, it was not.
Then how come Miss Little's car was impounded?
The car was impounded because we had got arrested inside the car.
Oh, well, then it was involved in the robbery.
Yes, because I had it in my it was in my property. Yes.
What does that mean?
I was on camera getting into the car. They had camera proof, and they pulled the car over.
Is this the first time you had been arrested?
Yeah.
Who were the other people you were with?
I was with my friend Isaiah and my other friend Robert.
Were they arrested too?
No, they were not.
Who did you rob?
I don't know.
Well, let's start this way. Was it a man or a woman that you robbed?
It was a woman.
Was it a young woman like me or an older woman?
It was a young woman.
Did you steal her bag?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. My fault.
Now, did you go to California with your two friends?
Yes, I did.
And where does Miss Little live?
She lives in Spokane, Washington.
So there weren't ladies to rob in Spokane? You had to travel to California to rob somebody?
The purpose wasn't to go there to rob anybody.
Well, you mean that was just a spur-of-the-moment thing for you?
Yeah.
And you robbed her pocketbook because?
It was a bad time.
It was a bad time for her. I'm asking you why you robbed the lady's bag. You went to California for what purpose? You borrowed Miss Little's car and you went to California. What did you go to California for?
I went to California. I originally went to California, and one of my friends had a little family emergency. I took her down there. Dejana, she knew I had the car the whole time.
Just a second. I know that you have this story well rehearsed in your mind. But that doesn't provide me with any interesting conversation, the story that you already have pre-rehearsed. What's the name of your friend that had a little family emergency?
Isaiah.
And what was Isaiah's emergency?
I don't know. That's his personal business. I honestly have no
Well,
idea.
he had to have told you if you took her car and drove from the state of Washington to the state of California. You're not stupid, are you? You would have said, what kind of an emergency do you have that you need me to take you to California?
I honestly don't know.
You mean your friend Isaiah just said, I have an emergency, can you drive me to California?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh is not an answer.
Yes.
And how long were you supposed to be in California?
Just to go there and back, drive right back. There was no intentions to stay.
And just so that I understand, there are no buses that go in between Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, there is, but I also had permission to use the car, so.
I didn't ask you about permission to use the car. I don't doubt that you had permission to use the car. I don't know if you had permission to go to California, but you had permission to use the car because you didn't have a driver's license. Did you have a driver's license?
Yes, I did.
Because you used to drive around Miss Little.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to get back to this robbery for a moment just because I'm curious. Were you the driver of the car or the passenger of the car?
I was the driver.
So Isaiah was in the car in what seat? Passenger seat or
Isaiah
driver?
wasn't in the car. Isaiah had got dropped off at his family with his family.
So your other friend was in the car.
Yes.
And his name?
Is Robert.
Robert what? And he was the passenger.
Yes.
So you hopped out of the car to grab the woman's bag.
I didn't grab the bag.
Who did?
The passenger.
Robert.
Yes.
But you just told me Robert wasn't charged.
I took the charge.
You just told me that there were cameras that saw what happened.
Yeah.
Which is how your car got pulled over.
If some cameras, pedestrians, I don't know what the exact was.
Your Honor, I have the police report if you wanted to look at it.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm not quite finished torturing him yet. I don't think that 4 months actually was an appropriate sentence for somebody who robs a lady. Oh, good. The reason that they didn't arrest Robert, right, is because he ran away, right?
Yes.
You, as it happens, the narrative is that you were the driver. So it was Robert who pushed the victim to the ground.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know Robert? That's either a yes or a no.
Yes.
Perfect. Oh, now you want a whole bunch of money for your car, right? It's impounded. I want to know everything you know about Robert. And if it's not enough, I'm kissing you goodbye. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect.
What do you exactly want to know about Robert?
I want to know where he lives. I want to know anything that you know in addition to his name is being Robert. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I'll give you lots of time to think about it if you need time to think about it. But I don't want to hear nothing. Do we understand each other?
Yes.
Good. Now I want to know everything you know about Robert.
I haven't been inside of his house, but I have when Trevon was driving and Robert was in the car, we had taken him to his mom's apartment, I believe.
Great. So now I want that street address.
Do you want me? I can pull it up on my phone.
Perfect.
Okay.
Going to give the Garden Grove Police Department some busy work. And Robert, a bit of a heart attack. Heard, while she's looking that up, would you look up the low-end cost of a 2009 Pontiac G6?
I can bring up the address real quick if you need it.
You have your phone? Take it out. Look it up.
His name?
His address and his phone number.
I don't know his phone number. I don't even like dude.
So he lives right off of Colton. I can literally point which apartment is his, though. I don't know the exact address because, like I said, I've never been to his house. It was just we drove up to it and I saw what door he went into. So I have a picture
Give me
of
the address on Colton.
Says from the Google Maps, North Colton Street. I just don't know the exact apartment number because I've never been in his apartment.
It's all right. The Garden Grove Police Department will contact you and you can show it to them.
Okay. Why would they contact me, though? The case is done.
No, the case against Robert isn't done at all. They couldn't find him. He ran away.
Oh, yeah.
Case against him is over. But Robert was the one who committed the actual robbery, according to the narrative. And you're going to help the Garden Grove Police find him.
Oh, yeah, I've tried. When everything happened and, he came back, I tried to give the cops to him. I tried to get him to my job, everything.
Get who?
To Robert. I tried to give the Spokane Police Department because they knew that he had been back from the whole situation, I guess, because I got contacted by investigators, and I kept trying to give, pretty much I tried to set him up. I was trying to set him up and give him to the cops because...
What?
She did that all on my behalf to help me get out of jail.
You were driving the getaway car. I have absolutely zero misgivings about torturing you because he shoved her down, he took her wallet, he jumped into the car, and you were driving, and according to the police narrative, you sped away in a high-speed chase. Would that sound right? You want me to read it?
Yeah, because I didn't go in no high-speed chase. I pulled over in a Denny's parking lot and got out.
Here we go. Suspect 1 ran to the vehicle driven by Suspect 2, and both fled at a high rate of speed through a shopping center and neighborhood. That's according to the police department. Suspect 2 parked the vehicle and was physically confronted by a witness as Suspect 1 fled the scene. Suspect 2, that would be you, was detained. The wallet, victim's wallet, was located in Suspect 2's vehicle. That's your vehicle. Suspect 1 is still outstanding. What, are you kidding me? The wallet was returned to the victim, and Suspect 2, that would be you, also had an extraditable warrant out of Washington for him. I thought you said you'd never been arrested before.
I haven't. I just had a warrant. I didn't know I had a warrant. Then it got brought up when I got arrested out here.
What was the warrant for?
Residential house burglary.
What do you do?
I'm a server. I've worked in food service since I was 16 years old.
What are you doing with him?
Sorry, I'm not trying to get emotional. I was really vulnerable when I met him. That's all I can really tell you. Because
Okay.
I realize I don't realize why I was with him at all.
You've been with him since?
No.
Just a second. Because you tried to help him get out of jail, according to him. According to your complaint, he stole your car.
Correct.
He stole my car. I reported it to the police that he stole my car.
No, I never reported it.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad you said that, because if somebody steals your car, which is what you swore to in your complaint, then you don't try to get him out of jail, which is what you just
I'd
told me.
never
You
been
try
in
to
this
set
kind
up
of
Robert
situation
and
before.
give the police Robert, and he says put your hand down, and he says you tried to do it in order to get him out of jail.
Well, no, it's because obviously I got that police report and I found out and I talked to the investigator and they told me about what happened and what Robert did. And I found out Robert was the one who really robbed the person and caused all that with my car. And so, yeah, I was trying to give him to the cops.
Well, why were you trying to get him out? He was the
because
getaway
he was going to
car-
help me get
he
my
was
car.
The getaway car driver.
I know. My car is on an evidence hold right now. So either way, I cannot get my car until his case is settled. So the faster I get him out, the faster I can try to have him help me get my car back.
What do you want?
She put down $3,500 on a lawyer for me and then made previous $1,000 payments
No, I didn't.
previous on that.
It wasn't
to help
that
me
much.
get out of jail.
She paid for your lawyer? Mm-hmm. You didn't do that. Please tell me you didn't do that.
His mother was messaging me, telling me she cries herself to sleep, telling me she cries in the shower. She told me she wasn't rich. I was working 3-job, 90-hour weeks. His mom knew I had money. His whole family manipulated me because I worked so hard, and his whole family took advantage of me. And that whole time, I expected their help. And he got out, and he was running around Spokane. I have videos of him with guns. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't even work.
Listen, I wouldn't touch him with a cattle prod. You know, you are an attractive, smart, hardworking young woman who had a car. I don't know why you lost your license because of.
I got pulled over and I didn't have my insurance card on me, so they gave me like an $800 ticket. So, and then I was working a lot and I didn't get to the 15 days.
He says you lost your license because of?
A DUI.
Which is not true because I'm still in the process of my DUI right now. I just recently got that.
Okay. So what we're going to do is all tell the truth.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Absolutely.
So you lost your license because you have a pending DUI, and they're allowed to take your driver's license away if you have a pending DUI.
Yes, but my hearing hadn't happened yet.
Doesn't matter whether your hearing has happened yet. They can take away your license without a hearing.
They told me my license was suspended because of an unpaid traffic ticket the first day that I went to court.
So now we have no insurance and a DUI arrest.
No, I have insurance. I have proof of
Just a second.
insurance.
And a DUI arrest.
Yes.
Good. You have the title to the car? I'd like to take a look at it. You bought this car in April of 2017?
Yeah. I barely have.
Who did you buy it from?
AutoNation. I also have that if you'd like to see the bill for that, for my car.
I'd like to see it.
The actual original copy is in my car and I can't get it. So this is what the AutoNation company sent me.
Or do you have a current price in that car?
$1,402.
$1,402?
Right.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,402. We're done. Thank you.
I worked really hard. I paid for that car myself.
I did not steal her car. She gave me full permission to have her car.
He was really sweet. Told me he wanted to kind of start a life with me.
I got sorrow for her. I feel her, for real.
And then he just did what he did to me.
Mr. Sylvester, you and the defendant worked together.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where did you work?
We worked at Kazuki Ramen. It's a ramen house, a restaurant.
How long had you been working there?
We both worked there for about 5 months. I was there in the opening, so was he. So we opened the restaurant together, basically.
Did you know each other before you opened the restaurant?
No, Your Honor.
And there came a time when you decided to room together. Was that a permanent arrangement for you or a temporary arrangement for you?
Definitely temporary. It was kind of more of a personal favor. The apartment was far away from downtown, and at the time I wasn't driving, so he pretty much just asked me, could you please, because we went and saw the place together, the landlord liked me, they're like, could you please just move in for a couple of months until you find another arrangement, which I did allow, but I didn't want to be on the lease, and I wanted to pay less than him because I knew I wouldn't be there as frequently.
Were you on the lease?
No.
Only you were on the lease?
That's correct.
Okay. Did you put down security deposit?
Yes.
How much?
$350.
And you moved out after a couple of months?
Just 1 month, really.
2 months.
I thought it was 2 months.
2 months.
Did you give him his security deposit back?
I returned $250 of his security deposit back.
Why?
I withheld $100 for outstanding bills from the months that he had lived
I've
there.
never seen a dollar from
Just a
that.
second. What bills?
I have a garbage bill, a cable bill, and an electric bill.
And how much do all of those bills add up to together?
They totaled $269.84.
Bird, would you show those to the plaintiff, please? Because we're going to get to the crux of this case in a minute.
The previous payment is here, and then this is the actual bill from that time.
Yeah, no, I've seen the bills. I paid him in cash for these bills. I never saw $1 from the deposit. It was $350. I also helped him out for.
There's one issue in this case, and I'm not getting involved with your $250 and $350 because it was my understanding from reading your complaint, sir, that he did give you some money back from the.
No, I never received $1 from the deposit or the rent that's owed. Basically, I moved out early September with the agreement that when his new roommate moved in, I would receive the money for that rent and also the deposit.
Do you have proof that you returned any part of the deposit to him?
No, everything was dealt with in cash.
Okay. Now, you moved out on what date, sir?
It was like September 2nd, between the 2nd and the 5th.
Now, so I'm not getting involved in it because if you actually believe that he owed you money and there was so much animus, late October, you wouldn't have gone to his house for a house party, which is really the crux of this case, which is the only part of it that I'm dealing with. So let's understand that. If you felt that he owed you prorated rent or some money for security deposit, when you were invited to his home a month later, a month after you moved out, for a party, I would not have gone if I was in an acrimonious situation with somebody. So you went to a party at his house in October. Now I want you to tell me what happened when you went to the party in October, because that's what this case is about.
When I went to the party in October, we discussed the deposit and the monies owed. And as you mentioned, I did have some resentment.
So you shouldn't have gone.
Yeah, I really shouldn't have gone.
Right. Okay.
You know, he basically got violent with me about it. He pushed me outside the door and
told you to
locked
leave.
the door. Yeah.
Unlock the door.
He locked the door with my keys inside, my car keys inside. So.
And keep going.
Then I had to pay for a cab to get home.
And
then the next day he said a bunch of crazy things to our manager that we worked for.
I don't know whether he did or not. That's hearsay.
Either way, though,
Because there's nobody here.
either way, I sent him a text message saying, I'm going to take you to small claims on this matter then. I gave him the small
I'd like
claims
to
paperwork.
see that text.
I don't have the text with me, but I do have the small claims paperwork that I filed.
To me, carefully.
Yes.
I want to see the text where you said to him, I'm going to small claims court. You say you have a text. Use your phone right there.
Yeah, I do not have the text, unfortunately. This is a new phone.
You know how many times I hear people, how did you get a new phone when you lost your job? What you're suing for here is lost wages. When did you get a new phone?
It was a very affordable phone, Your Honors. I do have the small claims paperwork here.
Listen, I'm going to do my drill when I'm satisfied that I'm going to throw you both out.
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. So you don't have the text.
No.
And you said if I don't get satisfaction, according to you, which you don't have because you bought a new phone, you said I'm going to take you to small claims court. And you filed a small claims case on what date?
The small claims was filed on October 31st.
On what date were you served with the small claims case?
I was served that Monday, I believe.
By whom?
His mother.
Where?
She came behind the bar while I was at work.
And at that time, you were both still working at the same restaurant.
That is correct.
Were you working the same shift?
No.
What shift were you working?
I was working my afternoon shift, so I was working the 4:30 to close shift.
And what shift were you working, sir?
I did not work that day, the 31st.
What shift did you usually work?
I worked the same shifts as Josh.
So then you were both working the same shift, except for the day you was allegedly served with a small claims case.
Yeah.
Just answer my questions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now I would like to see the small claims case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, I see two small claims cases.
Yes, I amended the order to include the lost wages after he filed the restraining order to keep me from work.
Just a second. But you left things out when you filed an amended complaint. First claim you asked for, not that I'm getting involved in it, prorated rent, a loan, and your possessions, and your deposit. The second case you filed was deposit, rent, and lost wages. So I assume that you got your loan back and your possessions back.
No, I didn't. I've not gotten my
So you
possessions
just
back.
made a mistake.
Yeah, I just amended
Just
the
a
order.
mistake. All right. Now, the whole thrust of this case, and the only part that I will hear,
Yes, ma'am.
so that's nonsense, is that at some point you filed a protective order against him.
That is correct.
On what date?
I filed a protection order the day after I received the small claims court.
Basically in response.
Shh.
Yeah.
Don't speak. You filed it the day after.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And I would like to see the date that you filed it and the allegations that you make.
Okay, I have the petition and I also have the temporary order if you'd like.
Let's
both of
see the
those.
petition. Now I would like you, sir, to explain to me the reason that you filed this protective order a day after you were served with a small claims case.
So the incident that occurred at my house, as it states in the petition, he was sexually harassing a house guest. Upon being asked to stop, he berated her using...
Who cares?
Okay. I kicked him out.
Who cares?
I kicked him out. I didn't feel the need to call the police because he was investigated. I wanted the matter to end there. He made it clear that he was not going to end the matter
No,
there.
don't just say. Don't tell me what he made clear. He
Yes,
was
ma'am.
bothering somebody at your party. That person didn't file a protective order against him. You did. And I want you to tell me what he did that inspired you after you were served with a small claim case to file a protective order.
He made it clear that...
No, not clear. That is an assumption, sir, based upon facts, which you are going to tell me, and the facts had better be consistent with what you wrote in your answer, which you probably don't remember.
In my petition
But-
order?
No, in my case.
Okay.
In my case. So I want you to tell me specifically what Mr. Sylvester said or did to you that inspired you to file for a protective order the day after you were served with a small claims case.
The day after I was served with a small claims case, it was in my belief that he was going to continue to harass me while I was at work, and therefore I filed the protection order.
I want to tell you something. You abuse the system. I don't care what you believe. Your mother cares what you believe. Maybe your sister cares what you believe. Maybe your mother cares how you feel. Maybe your sister cares how you feel. The law doesn't give a rat's ass how you feel. The law believes in facts. And so far, I've asked you 3 times to give me something specific that Mr. Sylvester said or did to you that inspired you to file for a protective order against him, excluding him from your workplace, because that's what you asked for. Excluding him from your workplace. And I guarantee you, on Bird's life, that you did not tell the judge before whom you were requesting this protective order that you worked in the same place.
I made it very clear.
Oh, I don't believe that. Then,
I made it very clear
I don't
to the
believe
judge.
that, because then you're telling me that the judge was a moron.
The judge suspended it. He didn't issue a restraining. He didn't issue a permanent restraining order.
No. You asked for. That's not what I'm saying to you, sir. Let's make ourselves perfectly clear.
Yes, ma'am.
You requested a protective order on an emergency basis, excluding him from your workplace.
That's correct.
And the judge granted that application on an emergency basis, therefore making it impossible for him to go to work. And I guarantee you that you didn't tell that judge who granted the temporary restraining order based on this nonsense that he was a fellow worker along with you. You may have told the judge who heard the final order of protection and denied it because you were not granted a final order of protection, right?
No, but I disclosed his working location when the judge asked where the perfect place for service would be, service of the actual document.
I think that you overstepped it and you abused the system and you abused him. Now, if you felt threatened, which I think you did not, was this, by the way, this young woman that he was making come-ons to at the party, was this somebody that you knew well? And give me the first name.
Her name was Van Lynn, and yes, it is somebody that I know well.
Is it somebody that you were dating?
You could say that.
That's either a yes or a no.
Yes, we were dating.
Right.
Casually.
So while I'm not getting involved with the rest of this nonsense, I am awarding him money for lost wages.
Okay.
Because I think that your actions not only abuse me as part of a system, because you used it in retaliation. Your girlfriend didn't feel threatened enough to go and seek a protective order. And you never sought a protective order before you were served with a small claims case. And this was after the party.
It's for the same...
Just a second. We're done. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. We're finished. Thank you.
Nobody wanted to live with him. He's a slob.
When I woke up to him cleaning my house...
He's always broke, and it's red flags.
And having random people that I'd never met before coming to view the house.
So the few people that I did bring by, they were like, this is disgusting.
Before 30 days notice was given, yeah, it made my life kind of difficult.
And I'm definitely not doing this. So it was a trouble to get that spot.
Not going to do it again.
And hopefully this is one step closer for Joshua becoming a man.
Mr. Adrian, you were a tenant of Mr. Horn's for approximately 8 months, according to what I read in your complaint. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you're suing him for a variety of things. Let's take first things first. First thing is that you had a security deposit that you left with him.
Yes.
And you want the security deposit refunded to you.
Yes.
How much was the security deposit?
$1,450.
Is that correct, Mr. Horn?
I believe so.
Okay. And when did you give him the $1,450? When did you start your tenancy?
The agreement was entitled, I have evidence.
Just tell me the date.
23rd of November, 2015.
And you moved out on what date?
I moved out on June 21st, 2016.
Did Mr. Horn return any part of your security deposit?
No.
And you just rented a room from him?
Yes.
Is that correct? All right, Mr. Horn, we're going to deal with first things first. Security deposit. You agree that you did not return any part of Mr. Adrian's security deposit?
Correct.
Now you're going to tell me why.
Because damage and the thefts that occurred when he was living in the house.
You don't get any credit for thefts that occurred when he was in the house that you didn't report to the police. Did you report any of the thefts to the police?
When they arrested him, yes.
No, during his tenancy. Fine. Forget thefts. I want to see the damage that you're claiming that he caused. When was that damage caused?
The day he moved out.
Did you punch these holes in the walls?
No, I did not.
Did anything that you do cause these holes in the doors?
The big hole was already there when we replaced the door, and the small hole, Mr. Horn punched.
Who replaced the door?
I did. I put it back myself.
You replaced the door on the hinges, and this was the door to your room?
Yes, there was a door. It was the door before this one was broken, so I just replaced that door with this door with the 2 holes.
You bought a door?
No.
Where did you get it from?
It was in the garage, an extra door in the garage.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What other damage did he cause?
You don't count stolen.
No,
correct?
you have to return his security deposits. So we have $1,450 so far. Now, the second part of your lawsuit is punitive damages for false arrest. I assume that sometime around the end of June when you moved out, you and Mr. Horn had an altercation.
Yes,
And as a result of that altercation, you were arrested.
that is correct.
No charges were ever filed against you. So you were released.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to tell me about what happened. Was that on June 21st?
This was on June 20th.
On the 20th. So tell me what happened on June 20th.
On the 20th, Mr. Horn and I got into an argument
About what?
about money that I should have paid him for gas and for food.
Gas for what?
He was driving me to the beach so we could go on walks, and he was driving to Hollywood so he could go to a comedy show, and I wanted to go with him. But I didn't pay him for gas, and so...
Okay, so you were going to split the gas?
No, I was going to pay him
Hey.
full in gas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much did you owe him?
He told me $20.
So he approached you about the gas money and food?
Food. I ate some of his food. He let me eat some of his food, and part of that would be paying for the food.
Would be all in the $20?
Yes.
Okay, so he asked you for the $20. And what happened?
I told him I didn't have it at the moment, but I would give it to him as soon as I got it, and he was upset. He didn't believe me.
How long had you owed him the $20?
About maybe 2.5 months, because he was being generous and driving me without asking for the money, but it got so overwhelming that he finally asked for the money, and I agreed to give it to him.
Just $20?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And you would owe it to him for months?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And after that, we got into a verbal argument because, like I said, he got upset that I wasn't giving it to him on the spot. And so he punched the first hole in the door, and he was getting upset. And he kept pushing on the door, and I locked the door. I said, I want you to calm down first, and then I'll talk to you. But he was still getting upset, and then, he was hitting the door as hard as he could, and he finally broke it off its hinges. And he shoved me down where I hit the fan. I landed on the fan, and it broke. And after that, I called the police. And the police came the first time, and they said, what's going on? I told them what happened. And they said, well, why
Don't tell me what they said. Do you have a police report from that incident?
I do not.
Okay, so you called them the first time.
Yes.
And
They told me,
you can't tell me what they told you. You went back into the house.
yes, after they told me to,
You went back into the house.
yes, back into
And
the
that
house.
was the 20th. Okay, what happened after you went back into the house?
After that, Mr. Horn went back into his room. And when he was in his room, he closed his door, and I went over to the door and I knocked on it. And I wanted to, just apologize for yelling at him. But he was still upset, and I was still knocking on the door just saying, hey, I would like to apologize. I made a mistake. I just want to apologize.
You were yelling at him.
Yes. And he was upset, and he came out of the door with a bamboo stick. I ran back into my room because he was following me into my room. He was really upset. He had an angry face, and I went back into my room, and he was there with the bamboo stick, and I reached into my closet in self-defense to grab my bat, okay? And I held it up. I didn't touch him with it. I held it up, he backed away, and at that point, I called the cops.
For a second time.
Yes.
So you called the police on both occasions?
Yes.
Okay, what happened when the police arrived?
The police arrived and they handcuffed Tyler and they sat me down on the driveway. They talked with him. I don't know what they were talking about. And then they came over to me and they asked me what was going on. I told them what was happening. And they had enough evidence, I guess, to arrest me because Mr. Horn said that I hit him with the bat, which I did not hit him. I didn't touch him.
Did you tell the police that he hit you with the bat?
No, I did not.
What did you tell the police, Mr. Horn?
Told the police that he pulled a knife on me, which he did. His memory is very faulty.
Did you have a knife in your possession?
No, I did not.
During the course of the police placing you under arrest, did a knife fall out of your pocket?
It was in my pocket, but it was not out of my
So
pocket.
it was in your possession. Knife was in your possession.
Yes.
What kind of knife was it?
It was a small pocket knife. The blade was probably that big.
Okay. Do you have a police report? I'd like to see. You don't have another police report where it's not all blacked out?
I tried to obtain one, but
You can return this.
the Attorney General in Torrance
it's useless.
blots out the name of the perpetrator and not the victim,
Well, they
which
blocked
is
out-
rather ironic to
They
me.
blocked out the name of the perpetrator because there were no charges filed against him.
Yeah, evidently.
Okay. Great. Mr. Adrian, you're getting your security deposit back, $1,450. But clearly, unless he was psychic, he didn't know that you had a knife in your possession,
Yes.
if it was in your pocket. But the police found the knife when they placed you under arrest, and they did voucher the knife. Did they take the knife?
They did, yes.
Did they subsequently give it back to you when they released you the next day?
No. The arrest was not for the knife. It was for elderly abuse, which I did not hit him.
Now, the only other thing that I'm going to consider, I'm not considering punitive damages for false arrest. What I am considering is the laptop that you say he kept that belonged to you. Was this an old laptop, sir?
Yes, it was a Windows Vista.
And did you, Mr. Adrian, at some point damage Mr. Horn's computer?
No, I did not.
Did you damage his keyboard and printer?
No.
Did you use his keyboard and printer?
The keyboard that he has, I gave that to him. It was a black keyboard that I gave to him along with a monitor that plugs into a laptop. And the printer, it was not broken. The ink cartridges just weren't working, so it looked as if it was broken.
How many laptops did you have when you left the house on June 21st?
Well, I had 0 because of the laptop that was still there.
So you didn't have a computer?
I had a laptop that I brought into the house when I first moved in.
And that was the one that you are claiming that Mr. Horn has. Is that correct?
Yes.
Other than that laptop, you have no other laptop or no other computer. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Horn. Explain the computer to me.
I saw him steal a laptop from underneath my living room table, as I also saw him steal my iPhone. I did not give him the food. He stole it.
Mr. Horn, let me tell you what your answer is.
That's it.
No, let me tell you what you swore to in your answer. You swore in your answer that Mr. Adrian gave you his old computer as payment for my broken equipment. Now you just tell me that he stole your computer.
And then gave me his.
Okay. You have to return his computer to him, and I will give you an order that you can go and get it in the company of a police officer. In addition to that, you get $1,450, which is your security deposit. We're finished. Thank you.
He was a nice guy at first, but as the months went along,
I would drive him places and try to help him out. I bought him a dinner or two.
He was very crazy. He was yelling at himself and just acting very crazy.
And just nothing. He wouldn't clean.
He was mad that I didn't clean my room when he wanted it to be clean.
He wouldn't do anything around the house that he was required to do.
He was mad that I came back late and that I was blasting music.
He started lying, stealing.
I did not steal the iPhone.
Came home from a bike ride, saw him steal it and run down the driveway with it.
Because I already had a phone. He lost his iPhone.
I better know them better like I do the guy that's in there now.
Exactly. I have a dad, and he's not my dad.
Very glad he's gone.
I never want to see him again.
Ms. Koza, you didn't do what you were supposed to do because you allowed a romantic relationship to interfere with your good judgment, and you allowed Mr. Burns to use your credit when you were dating to buy a car and, according to you, a television set. You stopped dating. Mr. Burns took the car. He continued to pay for a period of time on both the credit card for the television set and for the car, and then, according to you, he stopped. In what month and year did you stop making payments on the credit card and the car?
March 2012.
And why did you stop making payments?
I had to put a new transmission into the Subaru 3 months prior, and I used all my financial aid. I'm a full-time student. So I had to live off the money that I was making, so I didn't have the ability to pay the bill.
So how many months delinquent were you?
30 days. The Best Buy was 60.
So 1 month on the car and 2 months on the Best Buy card. You also didn't have the car properly registered.
Yes.
Is that right?
That's correct.
And how delinquent was it in being registered?
Almost 6 months. I was waiting to pay for the catalytic converter in order to get a smog because it's in California.
That's not Ms. Koza's problem. That's your problem. The fact is you visited on her because the car is in your name?
It's in both of our names.
The credit is in your name?
It's 50-50.
Well, it's not 50-50. They're going to come after the one who's working. Are you working?
I am.
What do you do?
I'm a substitute teacher looking for a teaching job, and I nanny on the side.
And what do you do?
I'm a full-time student going to school to get my teacher
Well, then
credential.
they're going to come after you because you have a job.
And that's what they told me.
Yeah, of course. So, You got pulled over, your car wasn't registered, they impounded the car. Ms. Koza got the car out of impound, paid the parking tickets. You also had parking tickets, right? That wasn't because you had a bad transmission. That's just because you parked where you felt like it.
Yes.
And you also didn't pay the parking tickets.
I was going to pay the parking tickets, but she'd picked up the car and paid them before I had knowledge of it.
When you get a parking ticket, you pay it. And if you didn't have enough money to
But if you
fix
don't have the
car,
money, you can't pay it.
that's not her fault. Don't take the car.
$3,400 for a transmission.
Listen to me. That's not Ms. Koza's problem, Mr. Burns. I know that you want to say it's somebody else's fault. How old are you?
28.
28-year-old man should not be a full-time student if he has bills to pay. He should be a part-time student and a full-time worker bee. Or at least a part-time worker bee and a part-time student, or any configuration thereof. But a 28-year-old man who has bills to pay, who has indebted somebody else for him, doesn't sit back and read his books all day. He works and doesn't rely on the largesse of others, which probably in this case includes family, friends, and student aid, which is, of course, us. Now, Ms. Koza, you want what he owed you on the Best Buy card.
Correct.
How much did he owe for the TV on the Best Buy card?
For the Best Buy card, he owed $1,300, and I have proof that it was in collections for the last 4 months, which I was not aware of. And the bill was $1,300, and so they did a settlement for me because I just had a breakdown. I don't make a lot of money, and the settlement for $752 was paid. And so that
you got a bargain, Mr. Burns. $752.
But again, I didn't ask her to pay it.
I don't care whether you asked her or not. What would you like her to do? You'd like her credit score to be 0? You would like her credit score to be goose egg?
No,
Well, then
I
get a
told her.
job.
I told her when stuff was going on. I would have the money in 2
Mr.
weeks.
Burns, you don't have money because you don't work. Get a job.
That's not always true.
No, get a job. Get a job. You can't say, honey, I don't have any money. If I had it, I would give it to you. Sounds like some relatives I know. What I'm telling you is people get money by working. By the time you're 28 years old, you should have figured that out. That's how Bird makes a living. That's how my cameraman makes a living. That's how the people that run the lights make a living. Everybody who wants to earn money works.
I worked for a long time before going back to school.
Well,
You know?
just a minute. You worked for a long time. You're 28 years old. You tell me that you worked a long time when
Graduated
you're
from
70 years old.
And I went back to school, worked full-time, and went to school full-time until I was 26.
And then what happened?
I went to the
You
University
retired?
of California, Santa Cruz. No. I ended up in Santa Cruz.
All
and
right,
it's a little heavier.
$752. What did you get to get the car out of impound?
what I had to do to get the car out of
Just
impound.
tell me how much you paid to get the car out of impound, including the parking tickets.
Total of, to get it impounded, I had to do a number of steps, pay tickets,
Just a
registration.
second. Give her this, please. All I want to know is
Okay, I'm
how
sorry.
much she paid to get the car out of impound.
Your Honor,
I had this all ready.
she took my car that I'd been paying on for 4.5 years.
That's too bad.
No, but she took my car and left me carless.
1,000.
Get a job,
And then
go to
plus-
school, take 6 credits, and get a job full-time,
Doesn't
and then
work
you'll
like
have enough
that.
money
It
for
does
a
not
car.
work like that. You don't get financial aid after 6 credits.
Okay,
You can't
sorry, I'm
support
so
yourself.
nervous.
You either got to go in all the way, or
Tell
you
that
can't
to
go
Abraham
in.
Lincoln.
I think times were different back then.
No, people were different back then, Mr. Burns. Times were the same. People had to get up, they had to eat, they had to have a roof over their heads, they had to pay for some sort of fuel to heat their house. The only difference is people got soft.
70 cents, so
Plus
2,000.
70 cents?
Well, it was part of that, I'm sorry. So $2,229.70 is what I had to spend to get it out.
That's all I want to know.
Okay.
Your problem, however, with regard to part of your claim, Ms. Koza, is
Okay.
as follows. You want him to pay to have the car repaired so you can sell it.
May I interject for one moment? That was the total cost in order to get permission to then drive an hour and a half away to get it out. When I was once there, I had to pay an impound fee and police fee, which together, so this would be addition, is $519.
I don't understand. What's the $2,200 for?
That is for parking citations. There turned out to be
How much?
19. 19 of them. And
19.
that was,
19, how much was that?
for 19 citations, it was $1,620. And the reason why I did decide to pay for all this stuff is because for 2 weeks I tried to get hold of Matthew Burns and he would not return my
You
phone
don't have
calls.
to tell me why.
Okay.
Actually, he's very busy being a full-time student.
No, but when she
full-time student without a car.
when she picked up the car, she took the responsibilities of the car.
No, sir.
I've been taking care of that car for 4.5 years. I put $3,400 in it 3 months prior.
Sir, you didn't pay your parking tickets. You got parking tickets, $1,600 worth of parking tickets. You didn't pay them. You don't have to get a parking ticket. You just have to be irresponsible enough to park wherever you like and then take the tickets and throw them away. Now, if you didn't have any money, you would be more careful where you parked. You get one ticket and then you say, gee, this is a ticket. I'm going to pay this and I'm not going to get another one. But if you don't pay the tickets, then what difference does it make? What
But
difference
that's
does it
neither
make?
here
You
nor
can't
there.
register the
She
car.
picked up the car. She takes responsibility of the car.
Mr. Burns, she did not. That's what you're doing here, sir. She had to do what she had to do to A, protect her credit, and to B, since you were being totally irresponsible with her good name by not paying on her credit card, by not paying on the loan on the car, by getting $1,600 worth of tickets that you didn't pay, she had to do whatever she had to do to protect herself, which she did from your irresponsible behavior. Totally irresponsible. If you think that she's responsible for this money, she's not. You are. The only problem that she has is she wants you to pay. She says that the car needs a whole bunch of repairs before she can sell it. And that part of your claim, and that's the only part of your claim, Ms. Koza, that I'm going to dismiss without prejudice, because you can't do a presumptive strike. If you sell the car and there's a shortfall on what you get for the car and the loan, then you can sue him for the difference. If a bank repossesses the car and they have to paint it, put in a new whatever, they do whatever they have to do, they sell it, and if you still owe on the car, they come back to you.
Your Honor, I do have a recording of Matthew Burns saying that he will make payment on the repairs.
I don't care whether you have that recording or not. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm not entertaining that. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,500. That's all.
It caused me a lot of stress and a lot of money that I didn't really have.
I wasn't taking responsibility. I wasn't taking accountability for my actions.
Back then, he was an honest, nice man who was a stand-up man, and the last year, he's, no offense to him, but has gone down the drain and careless and selfish.
In some aspects of my life, yeah, but in others, I've grown.
I just hope I can get done with this and move on with my life.
Miss Adelby, this incident happened over a year ago. The incident that you're complaining about. The incident that you're complaining about allegedly happened in the state of Connecticut, where you and the defendant were neighbors of sorts.
Yes.
And it is your claim that her cat, in October of last year, bit you. You had certain medical bills that you incurred as a result of that. You want her to be responsible. Before I get into that, I'd like to know when you relocated to California.
I relocated end of June. I'm a travel nurse, so I move every 3 to 4 months. So I was here June 26th.
I don't know what you mean you're a traveler.
I'm a travel nurse, so I work for an agency and I go to different hospitals every 3 to 4 months, depending on the needs of the hospitals.
Okay. So you were in Connecticut from October to June.
No, I was in Connecticut from July to October.
July through October.
Then end of October, October 30th, I moved to New York City, and I was there.
Just a minute. And you were in New York City until when?
Till May, mid-May.
Now, New York City is much closer to Connecticut
Yes.
than is Los Angeles. So my first question for you would be, why did you choose to initiate this case when you moved to Los Angeles rather than for the time that you were in Connecticut and then close by in a state that touched the state where this happened, rather than waiting until you were thousands of miles away? Why did you choose to initiate this case when you moved to Los Angeles rather than for the time that you were in Connecticut?
I didn't receive the bill till late April of 2016, and I was already planning to move to LA.
Well, you didn't move until May.
Yes.
You received bills in April from whom?
From Norwalk Hospital. It's my emergency room bill of $3,000 13 and 30 cents right here.
Are you telling me that you have no insurance?
I do, but after insurance, this is what the cost was.
After insurance, there was a copay of over $3,000?
Yes.
How much was the whole bill?
It was a lot more than that. This breaks it down.
I'd like to see that, please. Wow. And you were there just for the afternoon at Norwalk Hospital?
I went there at night to go get my rabies shot.
Okay, but you didn't stay over in the hospital. What an outrageous bill.
Yes.
What an outrageous bill. It is, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I was so shocked.
$9,000. And your insurance paid almost $6,000.
Yes.
We're going down the toilet as a country. Okay, and it is your claim that this visit to Norwalk Hospital and the resulting bill that you have, which is $3,000, is a result of Miss Grassi's black cat biting you.
Yes, I have a picture of it.
Now, Miss Grassi, I understand from reading the complaint, this happened on October 15th?
Yes.
October 15th.
October
Thank you
10th.
for helping me. This happened on October 15th. You have a black cat, or you have two?
I have two black cats.
Now, on October 15th, I want you to tell me what happened.
It was October 10th, actually. And I was driving home from work. I was parking in my parking lot, and I noticed a black cat. And he approached me and was trying to follow me up to my apartment. I went upstairs and tried to open the two sets of doors, trying to go in real fast because he was trying to go in.
To your apartment?
Yes. He was trying to go in, and I didn't allow him to, and I was trying...
Tell me what you did.
I just tried to open the door real quick to avoid him and to go inside because there's two doors, and he was already there, and then he bit me on my left above my ankle right there.
Yeah, I see that.
And I screamed, and he ran the other way, and I just went inside as fast as I could.
And you called animal control, you called the police.
I originally went to urgent care, and I have a report from them.
Did you call animal control?
The urgent care did.
Urgent care?
Yeah. I have this, and they say that they called them.
And you described the cat?
Yes.
How far does the defendant live from you?
She lives across the street at the time. I also have the report from animal control.
Now, I'm going to look at that in a second. At some point, you were advised by a neighbor of yours that animal control was setting a trap for a black cat, right?
Yes, for a cat, yes.
Well, you say you were advised that animal control was setting a trap for a black cat.
Yes, a black cat, the cat that...
And your cats go in and out? Both of them or just one of them?
One.
The other one is strictly a house cat?
Very elderly and arthritic and doesn't move.
Okay, so the one that goes out is a black cat?
That's right.
Is that cat bitten before?
No.
May I see the animal control report?
And she had told me that her sister gets bitten by that cat whenever I first met her.
When did she tell you that her sister was bitten by that cat?
I think I met her around October 14th, 4 days after they located her and the cat. And I was like, oh, I got bit by your cat. And she was like, yeah, the cat roams around all the time, and he bit my sister. He bites my sister all the time.
What did you say to her when she said the cat bites my sister?
Well, I was shocked that a cat like that should be roaming around the street and biting around without our knowledge, and it doesn't even have a collar.
What's your sister's name?
Noreen.
Does Noreen live with you?
Yes, she does.
Just a second. Okay. That's my question. Does Noreen live with you?
Yes.
Does she work?
Yes.
Is she working today?
No.
Where is she today?
She's taking care of my cats and dogs.
How many cats do you have?
I have two.
How many dogs?
Two. They're all rescues.
When did you rescue this black cat? The one that bit her?
Yes, about 5 years ago. I'm not sure of the date.
When you were told about this, you did in fact pay for the rabies shot that the plaintiff got. Is that right?
I did.
Is that an arrangement that you made with animal control as well?
No. Animal control, as soon as I told animal control that my cat was up on his rabies shots and told him the name of the vet and told him to call the vet if he had any questions.
What date was that?
It was after the day that Lamia came to see me.
So
That
it was
must have
after
been
her-
the 14th or the 15th.
She had already been to the emergency room.
Yes.
She incurred this bill before she found out that your cat was up to date on her rabies.
Yes.
On its rabies shots.
Yes. But may I say something?
Sure.
Okay, she got the initial rabies shots, but there are 3 booster shots.
We're not even talking about the booster shots. We're talking about the $3,000 that she got as a bill from the emergency care that she went to before she knew that your cat was up to date on its rabies shots.
All right.
Do you understand?
I do.
That's a bill that, but for the fact that you let your cat out, she would not have incurred because she has to protect herself
I
by
understand.
following this procedure.
I understand.
You still have that cat?
Yes, I do. And the cat, the cat didn't bite my sister. He will take a nip, but he doesn't, blood is not drawn. All right. And he's never has bitten anybody else. He is a very friendly cat, and he's around people a great deal.
He shouldn't be outside.
But no one has ever complained about him. He's
still
very
let him
friendly.
out?
Oh, yes. Because he's not vicious. And people...
Well, he bit her.
I know he did. But people come up to me and tell me, people who lived in the same apartment house that she does, and they say, oh, your cat's so friendly. I just love him, and they have names for him, and they visit with him.
Ms. Grasser, you owe her $3,000. Judgment for the plaintiff. We're done. Ms. Strasser had a litter of, and I don't know how often she...
3 litters a year, Your Honor.
So you are a registered breeder of pug puppies?
I am with the AKC, yes.
AKC.
My litters are.
And you wanted a pug puppy. You purchased a pug puppy from her on what date?
March 12th, 2016.
You have a contract?
No.
Do you have a written contract?
No.
Did you have a contract?
No.
Other than
I give written instructions on how to follow up with medical care and what they've
But
had.
there was no contract?
No.
Okay. How much was the puppy?
$1,250.
Is this the first time you've had a dog?
Since I was a child, yes.
So this is the first time you've really
Yes.
had a dog. How old was the puppy when you brought the puppy home?
10 weeks.
Puppy had its first shot?
Yes, he had.
When was the next time you took the puppy to the vet?
I believe it was on March 18th.
And that was a wellness check. That's a
Yes.
smart thing to do.
Right.
And the vet found everything in order.
Right.
What's next?
5 months later, I emailed...
Don't tell me what you emailed. 5 months later, you took the dog to the vet.
Well, first I emailed Ms. Strasser.
About what?
I wanted a female pug. Toby was a male.
Why did you want a female?
He needed a friend, and I considered breeding. I didn't really want to breed it myself. I emailed her later and asked her if she would be willing to breed Toby and give me a female pug. Because I paid a lot of money for Toby, and I didn't really want to pay that much again. So, like as a stud fee, use Toby as a stud, and in payment for my stud fee, give me a puppy.
And she said?
She didn't answer me.
Okay, so what's next?
Then Toby ate a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, and I was worried.
Just a second. He ate chocolate.
Yes.
And you were concerned, so you took him to the vet.
Yes.
Is that the same vet that you took him to on March 18th?
Yes.
Same vet. Yes.
And they kept him overnight for observation.
Because somebody had given him, let him eat?
He got on, I had a candy bowl on the table, and he got on the table.
Okay. So they kept him overnight, and?
And I picked him up, and they said, you know, he is cryptorchid. And I said, I don't know what that is. So they informed me that one of his testicles was...
I'm letting you tell me this story, even though it's hearsay, because I assume someplace it's in the medical record.
Yes.
So they said to you that he has one testicle, or he has one testicle that had not come down yet?
One that had not come
down yet. I know. I've had lots of dogs. So?
So they said I would have to have him neutered. I could not breed him.
Well, they said to you it's a wise idea because those things can become infected, and the dog should have been neutered from the beginning. You should have had the dog neutered 5 months before.
Well, he was only 10 weeks old 5 months before.
When you got him, he was 10 weeks old?
Yes.
At what age can you have a puppy neutered?
They say at 4 to 5 months.
Okay, so you were a little late in the neutering process for him anyway.
Well, I wanted to breed him.
Well, that's ridiculous. This is the first time you've had a dog since you were a child. All of a sudden you want to become a dog breeder?
No, I didn't want to be a dog breeder.
Okay.
I wanted to breed the dog so I could get a female dog.
For what?
Ms. Strasser told me that...
For what?
Ms. Strasser,
What
I
did
asked
you
Ms.
want a
Strasser,
female? Just a second. For what? I'm just trying to figure out. For what did you want a female dog? If you wanted company, you could get another male dog.
Ms. Strasser, in our emails back and forth, she said girl pugs get along better with boy pugs. I didn't know what I wanted. I said I want another pug.
Okay. In any event, this is what your case is about. You think that she should give you back half your money, or all your money, or more than all your money, You paid $1,250. You're suing for $1,625 because you say, in addition to anything else, you want a partial refund for the dog and plus punitive damages for filing a false restraining order against you.
Correct.
So now you take the puppy to the vet and you have the puppy neutered, right? And at this time it's surgery, a little bit older. Puppy is about 8 months old now.
It's September 16th, so...
About 8 months. Puppy was 10 weeks old. This is 5 months later, so it's about 8 months old. You have the puppy neutered, and?
So
And you called her and said, I want part of my money back. Okay, and she said, I'm not giving you your money back.
She texted me and
she said, I'm not giving you your money back.
She texted me and said she would give me my money back.
Oh, she would?
Yes.
And then she didn't?
She would give me half my money back, and then she said to bring the dog back to her.
Just a second. She said, let me see the text. Do you have the texts?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see both your versions.
I offered her a full refund. She refused 4 times.
A full refund if she brought the puppy
yes,
back?
Yes, full refund, and then
Just a second, a full refund and bring the puppy back?
Bring the puppy back.
Right.
And because
I'd
she claimed that she wanted a breeder.
Just a second. I just want to see your email where you offered her a full refund and said, I'll bring the puppy back. Bert, I'm going to take a look at hers while you're waiting there, please. Thank you. Why did you contact the Attorney General?
The AKC website, I called them, and they recommended that I file a
That's
complaint.
ridiculous.
They wouldn't do that.
There's no way. Show me in writing where the AKC told you to contact the Attorney General.
Consumer Complaints, the Attorney General. I talked to a woman on the phone. I called the AKC twice.
Okay. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You don't want to return the puppy. You don't want to return the puppy. I mean, I've read the emails. You love the puppy. Your son loves the puppy.
Yes.
What are you doing here? Do you have nothing else in your life? You
No,
have a puppy that you love. You have a nice son. The puppy should have been neutered because you don't know anything about dog breeding. You have the dog neutered. They said, you know what, one of the testicles did not come down. I've had it with 2 male dogs. It makes the neutering process a little more painful for the dog because usually it's an easy process. Am I correct?
Yes.
See, and I'm a lawyer and I know that because I know it from experience. I never sued anybody because they sold me a dog and they were, believe me, as expensive as this
But
one.
I paid $1,250 for breeding rights.
Show me. And if she was willing to give you back your money, which I have here, but she said, I'm giving you back your money, bring me back the dog. What am I not following with that?
She wanted the dog back.
That's absolutely right. She said, I will give you a full refund on the dog, just bring the dog back.
Well,
then you can go and buy another dog from another breeder that you're happier with. But
I'm very happy with this dog.
So what you wanted was you wanted money back and the dog.
Yes.
Yeah. Nuts. And you called the Attorney General. Okay, so she got annoyed twice. Now, in addition to calling the Attorney General, you say she filed a false restraining order against you. So, Ms. Kaiser, you don't get any money.
Okay.
Unless you want to return the pug to Ms. Strasser.
No, I just...
Okay, fine, because she offered you that. And I will make that offer good to you today.
But she offered me $625.
Just a second. You can have all your money back and you give her back Toby.
Okay.
What's your pleasure?
I'll keep the dog.
Great. That's what you should have done in the beginning, not cut yourself all your panties in a twist. Why did you file a restraining order against her, Ms. Strasser?
Because after she kept filing more and more papers with the Attorney General, and I had to respond to all of this, and it was driving me crazy. Plus, I had people coming to my property claiming they were lost.
No, just a second. Is what you're telling me you filed a restraining order because she was filing complaints with
not necessarily. It was mostly the people coming on my property, and she was there once. And
I'm not believing that, Ms. Strasser.
I did not take pictures. I
don't.
It.
People coming onto your property, strangers coming.
I live in a very
property.
rural area. It's not likely they're lost.
Ms. Strasser, listen to me. There's a word called Strasser. It has nothing to do with Strasser. It's a Yiddish term for you giving somebody the business. You're Strassering them. And I'm telling you exactly what you did. You were annoyed that she was filing reports with the Attorney General. You said, I'm going to get her. I'm going to file for a restraining order. She's going to have to now travel. That's what you did. Because that's abusing the court. That's a no-no.
She was the only one that I had any problem with. I've had numerous puppies.
You're
no one
absolutely right. Her reaction was nutty.
It wasn't her reaction. It was the people coming on my property, and I didn't understand it. It was the only person that could have possibly had a complaint.
Listen, that's a giant leap, and you know it. And that's why they threw out your restraining order application, right?
I didn't have pictures.
No, they threw it out because you had no case. And the reason you had no case is because you filed it because she was driving you crazy with filing complaints with the Attorney General that you had to respond to. And you said, okay, two can play at this game. I'm telling you, I know what happened. It was the wrong thing to do. I also think it was the wrong thing to do to contact the Attorney General's office.
But the AKC website.
Listen,
I wouldn't know
so
to
the
contact
AKC
you.
is not like the Wizard of Oz. It's not like a giant thing that has a voice.
I realize that.
Behind a machine.
I realize
and if
that.
if you have a document for me to look at that says that some person, some human being at the AKC, when you told them this story that the breeder offered you your money back, you declined because she also wanted the dog back, and they said call the Attorney General.
The lady.
You tell me that.
I don't have proof.
But you don't have proof that they said, because nobody would say that to you. They said, well, the breeder said,
Yes,
even after
yes, they
all
did.
this time, she'll give you your money back. You're not happy? Give you your money back. Go buy another pug. She'll take the pug back. She's got, according to her, 9 pugs in the house. She'll take this one back and have 10. You don't want to do that. The Attorney General, you're ridiculous. Your case is dismissed. So's your counterclaim. We're done. You bought a car from the defendant.
Yes, ma'am.
The purchase price of the car was $1,500.
Yes, ma'am.
You gave him $700.
I gave him 43 hours labor at $11 an hour.
You gave him money.
Yes, ma'am.
How much money?
300 cash.
And then you bartered for some.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much did he barter for?
$445.
$445. So that's $745 so far that you gave him towards the $1,500 purchase price.
Yes, ma'am.
And you knew him from before.
Yes, ma'am.
And you made this deal 7 or 8 months ago. On what date?
I don't remember the exact date, ma'am.
Month.
June 10th.
Now, the deal became a little more complicated because the car that he sold you, he had already sold to his nephew.
Yes, ma'am.
And I assume that there's only one other person in the room who's not a party. That would be the nephew.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had already sold the car to the nephew for how much?
$1,500.
Nephew.
Yes, ma'am.
How much money did you pay your uncle for the car?
$1,098.
Okay, sit. And you were supposed to pay him out the rest, but then you went to jail and it all got screwed up. Anyway, so far, I want to get this straight. You've got $1,098 from your nephew and $745 from the plaintiff.
Yes.
Because in June of last year, you said to the plaintiff, I'll sell you this 1998 Lincoln Town car because my nephew went to jail and he hasn't finished paying for it, but you have to go repossess it.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
So you went and got the car.
Yes, ma'am.
You still have the car.
Yeah, I do currently, yes.
By the way, who holds the title to the car?
I do.
So it's your car.
Yes, ma'am.
Then he sort of found out that he really shouldn't have taken it from his nephew. He says, you didn't finish paying for the car, which you agree you did not finish
Yes,
paying
ma'am,
for
I
the
did
car.
not.
And we're now 9 months later that you've been driving the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? 9 months. For which you have paid so far $745, plus you made one other payment.
Yes, ma'am.
When?
December.
You gave him $25.
Yeah, they're right there. He sent me a new receipt.
You gave him $25. So $745 plus 25 is $770.
Yes, ma'am.
So now you have $1,098 from nephew, $770 from him.
Yes.
In total, $1,868 is what you have so far for this car.
Yes, ma'am.
Plus, you still have the title for the car. Am I getting it right? You got so far.
There's some missing parts.
You've got so far, no, the simple story, and I'm a very simple girl. The simple story is you have a car that you sold to your nephew for $1,500. You also sold it to the plaintiff for $1,500. But you collected from the two of them $1,868, which is $368 more than you would have gotten from either one of them if it was a clean sale. So far, are we on the same page?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Now, so let me deal with your counterclaim, which a counterclaim. As my grandmother would say, never counterclaim he's got. A counterclaim for $5,000. He's got a counterclaim, Mr. Martin, for $5,000, money owed for car damage, lost wages, travel expenses, and the return of the car. Are you out of your mind?
No, ma'am.
Now I'm going to tell you why you're out of your mind. Could you tell me what the Kelley Blue Book is for this 20-year-old car?
$825.
$825. So, sir, you are the only person who is now seeking $7,000 for an $800 car. Do you understand how stupid that sounds?
Yes, my countersuit was based on his suit against me saying the car is valued at $2,200.
Car is worth $800, and your countersuit was based on his lawsuit. So let me explain this to you, sir. You're not getting a penny. You've already got $1,868 from these two people in what is, a little Ponzi scheme. You sell the car to one, then you can go repossess it. You sell it to somebody else, go repossess it from him. You did try to take the car back from him, didn't you?
Well,
that's either a yes or a no. Go get it, I have it. But now, you, on the other hand, didn't finish paying for the car.
No, ma'am.
So you want to explain to me how you owe him? I mean, that was your deal. That was your contract with him, yes, $1,500, which you didn't pay. And there's still a balance due. Let me do this on this new calculator that they put here, because believe it or not, somebody stole the calculator off my desk. So now I have to learn to work a whole new calculator, which is not easy for me. So I'm putting it on. $1,500, here's the minus sign, $770 equals $730. So you still owe him $730?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Well, then what are you suing him for $5,000 for?
Because in December 18th, I found out a couple days before from Cater's dad that he actually had gotten a title from Bobby and wanted the car picked up. Cater did.
Bottom line is, he paid more for the car than you did.
Yes, ma'am. I understand that. And when he came to my house...
Just a second. So, did your uncle give you back the money?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
The car dealership won't give me my money back if they repo my car.
Now, listen to me. He's your nephew. You sold it to him. Let me ask you this question, sir. You sold the car for $1,500. $1,500 is all you're entitled to for the car. But you have to return your nephew's money. If I say to the plaintiff, not only am I not giving you $5,000, but you have to give him the remainder of what you owe him, and I'm going to have him sign the title over to you, so then you have the title and the car. That's what you bargained for. Then he's going to sue you, and I'm going to give him money. Do you understand?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Listen, do you understand?
I do.
Well, if you don't understand, sir, I'm going to make it very simple for you. Take out the title.
The original
Take out the title. I'm
the
going to make it
original
simple
deal
for you.
on the car.
I'm going to make it simple for you. In whose name is the title?
Cater Martin.
Get up. Sign the title over to the plaintiff. Now, sir, you are out $1,098 that I think you ought to get by suing your uncle. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Are you going to do that? Why?
Because I think my uncle was in the right for what he did.
No, he's not in the right anymore.
Well, I'm the owner on the title. Since he is the lien holder, he has the right. Since he did not
listen
make...
to me. He's going to pay him. Listen to me. He's going to pay him. Sign it. Is the defendant a lien holder, Bird, on that title?
Robert Sam Martin?
Yes.
Yep.
By you?
Yes.
Great. Fabulous. Now, here is the title to your car. On your counterclaim, instead of dismissing the entire counterclaim, which I would ordinarily do, he owes you $730. I'm awarding you $730, which means that you are now double whole. You have the $1,500 from the plaintiff that he agreed to pay you for the car. Your nephew, if he's smart, is going to sue you if you don't give him the $1,098 for the car, because in effect, you got paid for this car twice. He bought a car, which he no longer wants. I don't care.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care if it blew up. I don't care if it stopped running.
Still runs the drive.
It still runs fine, and You should have paid for the car. No excuses.
I
It's
had
done.
some income tax to pay it, though.
I don't care.
That was
whether-
the deal.
Listen to me. That's not his problem.
Nope.
If you bought a car from Buick or Chrysler or Ford, and you said, you know what, my income tax return wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be, so I can't pay you for the car, they would take your car.
Yeah. Yes.
I want you to think of him that way. Now, file a lawsuit. I'd be delighted to hear it. Got your car.
Yep.
It's yours. Title, register it, and you got your money.
I don't see how he gets to get the car whenever he didn't fulfill his contract on the payments. And like, if I went to a car dealership and I bought a car,
That's why you're in court. Listen to me.
yeah.
Listen.
But if in the car dealer's eyes,
Ears. That's why we're in court, to try to resolve this issue. And I've just resolved it. He's had the car for 9 months. He should have paid for it.
and he stole the car from
Just
my
as
girlfriend.
he should have paid for it.
stole
Now
it.
he paid for it. That has nothing to do with you. Your lawsuit is against your uncle. Your uncle told him to repossess the car from you.
He stole
Do
the
you
car from my
understand?
girlfriend.
Do you understand what? Do you understand that your uncle told him that you hadn't made payments to go and get the car and he would sell
Okay.
it to him? I just want you to say I understand that that's
I
what
understand.
happened.
But
That's
on the
all I
same
care about.
concept, me going December 25th with the laws to get the car, and the laws told me straight up I could not take the car from him unless I went down and got the title put in my name, which I was going to do that Monday, which they texted me that Monday and said that they was filing a lawsuit on us, so there was no point in me going down and having the title, him taken off the lien holder
Listen
and my
to me.
name put on the title, because I
Your
could have went and took the
problem-
car.
Shh, I want you to. It has nothing to do with you.
Hell not, I'm on the title, I'm the owner. of the
Not
car.
anymore. Not
I'd like to
anymore.
get it.
Your uncle sold it to him. That's all. We're done here. Goodbye. Mr. Copeland, the defendant is your former wife. You have 2 children, and according to what I read, you were divorced in 2006. How old are your children now?
My oldest one, Robert's 17, and Xavier's 14.
And when you divorced, Robert lived with you?
No, he was living with the grandmother. I was incarcerated.
When did Robert come to live with you?
December 2011.
And your other son?
Xavier, he moved in with me of May of last year.
Prior to that, was he living with his mother?
Yeah.
And in your divorce, was there any mention of child support?
No.
Were you incarcerated at the time of the divorce?
Yes.
Okay, so you divorced him while he was incarcerated.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what was the date of your release?
July of 2007.
Haven't been back.
Nope.
Good for you. Okay, this is what the case is about. I assume that neither one of you has, over the course of the last 10 years, paid child support to the other. Is that correct?
No.
Have you paid child support to her? No.
No.
And you have not paid child support to him?
No.
Each of you had one child living with you, and that sounded like a reasonable thing to do. You took care of your son's expenses, of Xavier's expenses, and you took care of Robert's expenses. Reasonable. But last year, Xavier decided he wanted to live with you. And they're both in high school. This is what the case is about, and have many extracurricular activities. And Xavier had some dental expenses.
Robert did.
Robert had some dental expenses. And according to you, your former wife agreed to split those expenses with you, because now you have both boys living with you. And that's what you're suing for, half of those expenses, which are a little over $2,000. I'm going to start with you, Mrs. Copeland. How do you support yourself?
I just got laid off. I was working at Save Mart. I was a clerical worker. I was there for 3 years, but they just closed that company down, so I am unemployed right now.
As of what date?
August 18th.
You receive unemployment insurance benefits?
I have not received it yet, so I'm waiting. But I will be getting it, and they said I will be getting like $3.99 a week, but I have not received it at all.
Who do you
yet.
live with?
I live by myself.
What's your rent?
My rent is $700 a month.
How'd you manage to pay your rent in September?
Well, I'm not gonna have my apartment anymore, so I gave a 60-day notice, so because I'm not gonna be able to pay it.
Where are you moving?
That I don't know yet.
You have an idea.
I think I'm probably gonna share, rent a room from somebody because I do not have the money. I'm gonna go back to school, so they're gonna pay. EDD is gonna pay for me to go to school. So.
Have you tried to find another job?
Well,
since August.
I'm going to go to school. The EDD is offering, since it was such a major layoff, they're offering to pay for us to go to school. So I want to go to learn how to take blood to be a phlebotomist. That's what I'm going to go into.
And how are you going to support yourself while you do that?
I'll get unemployment while I'm going to school. And the class that I want to take to be a phlebotomist is not very long. It's like a 4-month class before I could get my certificate. So that's what I plan on doing.
Did you discuss that with your former husband?
We really don't talk much.
Do you see both Xavier and...
Yeah, I'm supposed to get them on the 2nd and 4th weekend of the month. Although usually when it's my time to see Robert, since he's 17, he has a job, he has a girlfriend, he usually has things to do, and so he doesn't come much.
And Xavier?
Xavier comes, he comes.
When did you have this conversation with Mrs. Copeland about sharing expenses? What month?
May of last year, when Xavier moved in with me.
So he was with you September of 2015, October of 2015,
all during the summer.
November, December, the entire 2015, and part of 2016. So you did have expenses. Tell me when you first asked Mrs. Copeland to pay any of those expenses.
As soon as they started arising.
Well, let me see. Do you have anything in writing?
It's all labeled, and the pages aren't behind it. It's all the receipts.
No, I'm not looking for the receipts. I'm asking you when, Mr. Copeland, you first said to her, because then she was working in 2015, when you first said to her, I need to pay some of these expenses.
June 3rd, that's when she made the first payment. So that's basically when she's...
Your Honor, if I may approach the bench.
Just a second.
Okay.
See at the very bottom, those are when she made the payments. She was paying, had a good communication. She was paying regularly, coming $20 here, $100 here, and then just stopped. Everything just stopped.
When did it stop?
That last payment, August 9th.
August of this year?
Yeah.
When she lost her job?
No, she was still working.
And she's currently working.
She's currently working right now.
Where?
Can I send more evidence right here?
Absolutely.
These are the screenshots where she's working. These are the ads she's working. And here's the screenshots just going up. So she's working. A lot of the days she's supposed to pick up the boys, those are the dates she's, just scroll up. Those are all the days she's been doing it. And that's how she's been supporting herself, I believe.
Could be. Should return this. This is what I'm going to suggest that you do, Mr. Copeland. You see, what you're doing is you're coming to me, you and your former wife made an agreement instead of going to family court and saying, well, we each don't have a child living with us anymore. What we have is we have me taking care of both boys. So I need a formal order, or we can work it out. If you went to family court and got a formal order, if she was working, and she was working then, she would have had to have paid a certain amount of money to you for the support of both children. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You chose to deal with this in another way, independently, which is fine. And she was paying you bits of money, 20 here, 40 here, 100 here. But at this point, she's coming in and she's saying to me, I have no regular source of income. And if you were in family court, she would be making a request for the family court order of support to be suspended while she's unemployed, or take a certain amount of money from her unemployment insurance every week, which you would be entitled to. What kind of work do you do?
Maintenance worker? No.
You work for the same company? Explain that to me.
Prior to the beginning of the year, I was working the refineries. That's like a contractor job, off and on. So I got hired on as a maintenance worker at a bottling plant. So I full-time.
And you're remarried?
Yeah.
This is your wife? She works?
Yep.
You have any other children other than these two boys?
Yep.
How old are they?
7, 9, and 10.
And the 7, 10, and 9-year-olds are your biological
Just
children?
the youngest one.
Just the 7-year-old?
Yeah.
And the 9 and 10-year-old are yours from previous marriage, but you work?
Yes, I do work.
So it's very nice that you want to go to school, and I think it's probably a very wise idea. But you will be collecting unemployment, and this is the path that you chose. You have to pay him money out of your unemployment insurance every week. Well, how much do you intend to pay him?
I have no problem giving anything. Like, he's going after me for child support. I have to go to court on November. I just received that in the mail, too. So I'll be going to child support court on November 16th, I believe. I'm going to child support. Oh, yeah, 15th of November.
That will be taken care of? Yes.
I'm on a divorce. They said the child support was to be reserved. The child support I'm going after for November this is from stuff from behind us. The child support is a whole different thing.
No, it isn't.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, it isn't. If she was paying you consistently until she lost her job, which your memo, which you prepared for this case, seems to indicate, and she was in fact contributing something until her circumstance changed, and that was well over a year, right? You're going to have to go to court and get an order of support. And you can ask the court to make it retroactive to a date in August.
Okay.
And they will fix what they deem to be a reasonable order retroactively. But I'm not getting involved with, I just bought Xavier a jacket and your portion of the jacket is $25. I mean, you did the right thing by taking her to court. She should be paying child support. Your wife has children, she works, she contributes to their support. Well, so did she.
Can I approach the bench?
Sure. No, don't approach the bench. You can stand there.
Okay, thank you.
No, there.
Okay, so the reason that we had started to document this and the reason that we are coming here today is because the payments were never consistent. Just to give you an example, Robert had his braces that were coming up. The down payment was $500. I had given her a 6-month period to make that payment, which we had never received a payment towards that in 6 months.
So why didn't you go back to court then?
Because there was never a court order.
But that's what you're doing now.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So the verbal agreement was working very well for us. We were having a very good open communication. We were receiving payments, okay? That is correct. 8 months ago, we noticed that there had been a decline in her behavior. We were doing things as a family prior to that. It came abruptly to a stop. Her behavior changed 8 months ago. 4 months ago, it was complete stop of making the payments and the communication. That's why we're here today, is because we are now dealing with financial responsibility of the braces, which was...
Is what you're really talking about the braces? Because I'm telling you, I'm not getting involved in a jacket.
The
braces.
The braces, yes.
Fine. Then let's talk about the braces.
Okay.
Who were the braces for?
Robert.
Now, Robert was initially your responsibility.
Yeah.
He's lived with you. When did you have the discussion with your former wife about the braces for Robert?
January.
January of this year. How much were the braces?
Here, braces.
Mrs. Copeland, how much were the braces?
I believe they were like 2,000 and something, which I have medical. I have Kaiser for the next 3 months. Even though I got laid off, I still have medical. And my Kaiser paid for some of those braces.
Just a second.
But I think it's like 2,000, something
Just
like
a second.
that.
Were the braces $2,000?
$5,800.
I'd like to see it.
That's the additional cost.
Now, you had a discussion with her in January. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yes.
Did any of her insurance cover any portion of the braces?
Yes, it did.
How much?
$1,200. It's right down the paper.
I have insurance as well that covers them.
So it was a double insurance.
Yes.
Okay, so your out-of-pocket expenses were half of this $5,800.
Yes.
Did you make any payments whatsoever other than insurance?
I believe that I did come and bring Gary some money for the braces. I don't know if it was like when I made like the $100 and something payment, but it was something towards. And I know I got it. They were like it was supposed to be 67 something a month. I was supposed to give them, and I did go and take Gary a payment.
Okay, let us say that she owes half of what the balance was, which was $2,400 after insurance, which would bring her portion down to $1,200. Did she make any payments towards the $1,200?
The one payment.
For?
$68 she gave me.
And that's what you remember? Okay. Your child support obligations are going to be fixed by a court in November. I certainly hope that the court sets an amount that's reasonable, but it should be consistent because they should be able to rely on you contributing to the support of your minor children, no different from if you were a guy who decided to go back to school. Going back to school is very nice, but you have children and you have a responsibility to them. I think that you did acknowledge that you agreed to pay for half of the unreimbursed dental costs for your son, because that's evidenced by the fact that you said, I did make a payment, right? Your portion was $1,200. If you made a $67 payment, the balance is $1,133, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Judgment for the plaintiff. They're done.
I believe that she made the right decision.
I'm happy with the decision.
I just think they're kind of money hungry right now.
For the kids, I go without and she don't.
When my kids turn 18, I don't have to deal with him anymore.
I'm happy with that.
Really choose who you have your kids with, because you have to deal with them for the rest of your life.
Do what's right for the kids and don't worry about the eggs.
Each of you tells a different story about an event that occurred a couple of years ago where you allege, Mr. Shui, that you were injured by the defendant, who you say punched you.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is what I'm visualizing from the story, and then I'm going to let you pick it up. You were going to a restaurant.
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of restaurant?
It was a breakfast brunch cafe
Where? In what city?
in San Mateo, California.
Who were you there with?
My father, my brother, my mother, my aunt, and my uncle.
How many people were you?
6 people total, including me.
And the restaurant was busy.
Yes.
So according to what I read, you were waiting outside.
Yes, that's correct.
Were there other people also waiting outside for a table?
Yes, about 15 to 20 people.
What time of the day was it?
It was around noontime.
And what day of the week?
It was Sunday.
You remember the date?
It was the 20th of December, 2015.
And you decided that you had to use the restroom.
Yes, that's correct.
So you were going into the restaurant.
Correct.
Mr. Pogue and his family had been having brunch and were finished. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
And who were you with?
I was with my wife and our 2 sons, Isaiah and Alan.
How old are they?
They are 8 and 9 years old.
And you got up to leave, you paid your bill, and according to what I read, pretty consistent on both sides, you were holding the door open for your wife.
That's correct,
So
Your
that
Honor.
she and the children could leave.
Right.
And the appropriate thing is for you to wait until he's not holding the door for you. He's holding the door for his wife, to wait until his wife and children leave, then take the door from him and go in, right? That's not what you did. What you did was scoot past them to go into the restaurant. Not a tragedy, rude.
Sure.
And that's what he said to you.
Correct.
He said, according to you, that was rude. Is that what he said?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what did you say?
I said, I'm not rude, you're rude.
Well, so then you were wrong, because I'm telling you, you were rude.
Your Honor, he was taking a long time. When he opened the door, his wife was nowhere near the door. And because he was taking a prolonged period of time, I decided to squeeze in first.
You were rude.
Maybe so.
Right. And he called you out on it. He said you were rude. Even if you think that his wife was taking too long, you were still wrong because he wasn't rude. You think him telling you that you were rude was why he was rude?
Yes, I felt like the tone, the voice that he said that.
You didn't like his tone?
No.
Did you grow up in California?
Yes.
They talk an awful lot about tones and feelings here in California.
Sure do.
Feelings are hurt like that. You grow up in Brooklyn, you're not so interested in your feelings. You're interested in getting across the street.
Sure.
So you didn't like his tone. So his tone you thought was rude. Now I think I have created the word picture for people out there. You're rude. No, you're rude. Pick it up from there.
Yes, Your Honor. After that, he left the restaurant. I went to the bathroom as I had planned to do, and I washed my hands. I used the toilet, and then I headed back out to.
In that order?
No, not in that order, Your Honor. Toilet first, then the sink, and then I left.
I'm just curious. I mean, it wouldn't be terrible, but
And then I went to go meet my family, who was outside. And as I was leaving the restaurant, right as I approached the front door, I saw Mr. Pogue come into the restaurant with a different outfit than I had first seen him in. And he said, "Hey, do you want to fight me? You want to challenge, tough guy?"
No.
And then I told him to back up because he was trying to get in my face. You know, he was.
Okay, and this conversation is taking place in the restaurant, outside the restaurant?
It was immediately inside the restaurant, right inside the doorway.
Is there a vestibule?
No.
So it's right at the door, but you're inside the restaurant. Okay, is the door open or closed?
Closed.
Keep going.
And then I told Mr. Pogue to back up. I said, "Hey, back up, back up, don't touch me," because he was getting really close to me.
So he got very close to you.
Yes.
And
I asked him to back up.
You told me that already.
Yes.
And
he did back up, and he turned around to leave the restaurant. And right as he stepped foot outside the restaurant, I had also stepped foot outside the restaurant, and the door closed behind us. And then Mr. Pogue suddenly turned around, and he said, "Hey, tough guy." And then he hit me in the mouth with a closed fist.
Okay. So when you said, "Hey, get away from me," who exited the restaurant first?
Mr. Pogue did.
Okay. And you were going outside to see your family.
Correct.
Now you have a nut whose family is gone. He went to the car, changed his outfit.
Correct.
to come back into the restaurant, you think, to look for you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And now you're both standing at the door, and you say he's in your face, but his back is to the door, right? And he was moving closer to you because you say he was in your face.
Correct.
And you say to him, so now you see this nut is sort of confronting you, Mr. Shu, and you say, get away from me, you're in my face, you're in my space. So Mr. Pogue has to turn around, so now he's facing the door, and he goes out the door.
Correct.
An intelligent young man would say, you know what, I'm going to stay in here for a minute and let him leave. That's what an intelligent young man would do. Would say, well, because I haven't started with him yet. I have somebody who's aggressive, who clearly came back looking for trouble. It appears that I have averted trouble because he's leaving. I don't think I'm going to go right back to join my family. The table wasn't ready. They weren't giving it to somebody else.
Right.
So what did you go outside for?
I didn't think that there would be further
You didn't
aggression.
think?
No.
You weren't thinking all morning. You weren't thinking. You weren't thinking when you scooted in, when he was holding the door. You weren't thinking when this nut job who went to his car, changed his clothes, came back looking for a fight. You said, you want to fight me? And he said, nah, I'm leaving. And he turns around and leaves, and you follow him right outside.
Well, Your Honor, the entire confrontation happened so quickly, I didn't have time to think.
Okay. And he punched you.
Yes.
In the face.
Yes.
And this case dragged on in the criminal court for 2 years. And were there ever any charges filed?
Yes, 2 misdemeanor charges are filed, but they were dismissed due to lack of evidence.
They were dismissed. Okay, and that's why you're here now 2 years later, because you want some financial compensation for being hit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Pogue, you want to tell me your version of the events?
Absolutely, I do, Your Honor.
So
the initial contact.
The initial contact we understand.
Right.
You're holding the door for your wife.
Right.
Mr. I can't wait to go to the bathroom.
Right. He walks
Scoots
through my
in.
wife. He actually physically walks through her. It's not
Well,
like
he didn't
she was.
walk through her.
He did.
He can't walk through your wife. She's not an invisible person. He can't
Well,
walk through your wife.
in terms
but he
of
walked
physically,
around her.
In her space. He actually touched her.
I got
Okay.
exactly what he did.
Okay.
I got to say, he was being stupid. It usually requires nothing more than a look. When somebody does that to me, if I'm holding the door
Right.
for one of my grandchildren and
Right.
some idiot scoots in and doesn't let that child go, I
Right.
look at him like this. Idiot.
Yeah. Well, I said it in terms of you're rude, and he got
That
close
was
enough to
actually
my face.
nicer than I would have done.
It wasn't. He was aggressive. He got in my face close enough to spit in my face and tell me that I'm rude. Okay.
Okay.
So
No,
at this point,
what he said, no, you're rude.
exactly
I got exactly
Right.
I got exactly what happened.
with the spit and
I got
the
exactly
physical.
what happened.
Okay, so I get my family to the car. I put on a jacket and I walk back in the restaurant.
There we go, Mr. Pogue. Now that's your problem.
That is a problem, only to confront him about, not physically, to tell him, to reiterate with him that he was rude for what he did.
Mr. Pogue, unnecessary. You agree?
I agree.
And let me tell you who else told you it was unnecessary. She did, because you go to the car, you put her in the car with your 2 children. Did you tell him, forget it, let it go? No. That's what I'm asking you. That's either a yes or a no. Did you tell him, forget it, let it go?
Yes.
Stand up for 1 minute. I'm not trying to put you in difficult circumstance. Were you annoyed that he left you and the boys in the car while he went back to confront this guy?
Well, the problem is that the car was right there, like 5 steps
to get
off, from the door. So it was really fast. He just went there, opened the door for me again in the car, and then he went back in.
How could somebody so polite? I've been married to for 40 years. I've been opening car doors for myself for 40 years. You have somebody who holds the door open for you?
He's a good husband.
Right?
Yes.
And opens the car door for you?
Yes.
So from where you were sitting in the car, you could see what was going on?
Well,
That's either a yes or a no.
To tell you the truth, no.
Good. That's all. I know. I want you to lie to me. Now, you put on a jacket to go and confront him.
Not to confront him, Your Honor, to tell him that he was to reiterate that he was rude again.
I think that the word you used before was to confront him, to reiterate that he was rude.
Right. Confront doesn't always mean physically.
I didn't say it was physical. Keep going.
So
Yeah.
I walked in the restaurant. The young man was standing inside the door, obviously waiting for his table. He was not walking out the door. I walked up to him. I told him he was rude again. Again, he approached me in my face, backed me out the door. I told him to take his hands off me. He's
Just
close
said,
enough.
when he backed you out the door,
Right.
where were his hands?
On my body,
Where on your body?
on my torso. He's leaning over me. This kid stands 6'3". He's leaning over me. He backed me up 10, 15 feet out the door. Told him again to take his hands off me. At that point, he didn't. He kept coming forward.
Okay.
I did not punch him. I struck him with a forearm. That's how
Whether you
close he
punched
was
him or
to
not,
me.
if he put his hands on you first, then he deserved whatever he got. Do you understand?
Yes, of course.
Did you put your hands on him, is my question.
Absolutely not.
I'd like to see the police report.
Sure. Here's the police report.
Okay. Did you have a medical bill, Mr. Shue?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to take a look at it.
Sure. Your Honor, if I could explain the bill. As a result of the attack and the punch to my face, I was wearing braces at the time. And
I know, the police officer noticed a small scratch inside your cheek.
actually, I have photos that show the laceration, and the laceration was
I'd like to see it.
not what I would describe as small.
I suppose that depends upon whether it's happened to you or somebody else.
Sure.
This is your problem, Mr. Pogue. Your problem is it was all over. I read the police report. Have you read it?
I have not had a chance to read it. They
Well,
wouldn't
I'd
allow
like
me
you to
have
read it. There was a person who was there, who was a witness, who was interviewed by the police. Because when the police came, of course, your story was that he put his hands on you first. He may have gotten the short end of the stick after a confrontation, but he placed his hands on you first. My problem with your behavior, Mr. Pogue, is that you shouldn't have gone back into the restaurant. And not only shouldn't you have gone back into the restaurant, but you went back into the restaurant after changing your clothes, putting on a jacket and a beanie, had a jacket, beanie, and a toothpick.
Your
right?
Honor, it was December. It was 30 degrees outside.
Your wife just told me that the car was 5 feet away from the restaurant. That's what she just told me. So you didn't have to get all warmed up to go inside 5 feet. You actually walked into the restaurant. It didn't change that much in temperature. If anything, it usually gets warmer during the day. So when you went into the restaurant, it was colder. You went into the restaurant without a jacket. When you went back and dropped your wife off, what you want me to believe is the world stopped turning on the axis the way it usually does. It got colder after brunch. Now, you're a grown man, Mr. Pogue. If somebody calls you rude and you think that they're rude, that comes under the category of sticks and stones will break my bones. You thought that you were going to change his impression of your behavior, calling him rude. Nothing that you would have said to him was going to change. He is very sure of himself. I think his behavior was silly, but your behavior was stupid, and your behavior caused this incident. Judgment
Your
for
Honor,
the
I
plaintiff
was-
in the amount of $2,000. We're done.
I think the young man learned a valuable lesson that day.
I think her decision was excellent. She clearly saw through this man's intentions.
Look at the man. He stands 6'3" tall. I'm 5'9".
He came looking for a fight.
I'm a grown man. I can take care of myself.
He has no excuse to hit someone.
Miss Carter, you and the defendant have a child together. You are not married. You don't live together.
Yes, ma'am.
There came a time, sometime in September, when, according to your complaint, we're supposed to meet with the defendant to get some money.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was on September 16th. Where were you supposed to meet him?
At his mother's house.
And when had you made that appointment to meet him at his mother's house?
Earlier that day at work.
Tell me how that came around.
We were supposed to be like exchanging for getting diapers, wipes, little necessities.
Now, did that come around as a result of a phone call, a text message, an email?
Phone calls in Texas.
I'd like to see the text that you were coming to his mother's house, because that's not where he says you were supposed to meet. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
He says you were supposed to meet at,
Walmart.
which is where she works.
She works on Wall Triana. That's right down the road from where she works on her way. Could be on her way home, man.
And what time were you supposed to meet her?
She got off work like 2:30, 3, so I said something around 3:30.
Did you go there?
No, ma'am,
Why not?
because she never called.
So she was supposed to call
Yeah,
you.
when she got off work to meet me.
Your
I'd
Honor,
like
I
to
can't
see.
find the text messages. It must have been a phone call. I apologize.
Was it text messages or
It was a phone call. She was at work that morning. Well, she said she was at work. It was about 10, 11 o'clock. I said, meet me and I'll give you some money. When you get off, she's supposed to get off at like 2:30. And I said, meet me. I'll meet you somewhere on Wall Triana in the area, Walmart.
Okay, so you didn't call him. And I want to tell you something. I believe you were supposed to call him to meet him someplace. Let's understand each other. I've been doing this work a long time, and I'm looking at your face. And I know that you were supposed to call him to meet him at a sort of a neutral place because this man looks scared to death, but he's not stupid. And there would have been no good reason for him to invite you to his mother's house and have his new girlfriend there. No good reason. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. It's usually, having lived all these decades, your curiosity that brought you to the house at 8 o'clock at night. Now, are you telling me that you didn't go there at 8 o'clock at night?
Yes, ma'am.
You went there at 8 o'clock at night. Where do you work?
I work at McDonald's.
And what time did you finish your shift at McDonald's?
2 or 2:30.
And is Walmart down the road from where you are?
Yes.
How long have you and the defendant been separated, not dating?
Since July of 2016.
And when was the baby born?
October the 20th, 2014.
From 2014 to July of 2016, was he giving you any money?
Every now and then.
When you asked him?
Yes.
So you never had any need or want to go to court to finalize a support order?
No, ma'am.
Between 2014, when your son was born, and July of 2016, where had you always met to get money from him?
His mother house, my job, we would go everywhere.
Give me the month and year you went to his mother's house to get money from him.
September 2016.
Not this date?
No.
Before this date?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the date?
September the 4th.
You remember that?
I don't recall, Your Honor, but I'm not saying it's wrong.
Okay, so September 4th, you went to his house at what time?
It was probably around 3 or 4.
Was he home?
He was there, yes, ma'am.
Did he give you money?
Yes, ma'am.
And you had arranged with him to come over after work?
Yes, ma'am.
By phone or text?
It was probably by phone, but I didn't call him when I got off. I just pulled up after I picked the kids up from the babysitter.
Well, how would he know to have money for you, unless you had a conversation with him before that you were coming over?
It's just we'll talk like before I go to work, and I'll just come after I get off from work.
Fine.
Sometimes we
Just
call.
Yes. Now we're getting tacky.
She stops when she passes and sees my car, so she don't think she has to call. But just because you see my car there, you just pull up and walk in. That's not okay.
Have you told her it's not okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Several times.
How long have you and this young lady been dating?
Almost a year now.
When was the last time you told?
I'll
Put your hand
say
down.
8
When was the
months.
last time you told Miss Carter it's not okay just to drive by and come in?
I say July.
Have you told her that once or more than once?
More than once.
Did you tell her why?
Because you never know what's going on. They might have somebody there. You never know what's going on to just pull up at someone else's house. It's not my house.
Whose house is it?
It's my mother's and stepfather's. No, ma'am.
You don't live there. Where do you live?
It's not too far, like 15 minutes away from.
But she passes your mother's house.
Because she stays, her house is past. She had to pass my mother's house to get to her
She has
house.
to pass. I got it. So she passes your mom's house in order to get to her house.
Yes, ma'am.
How far is your work in minutes from his mother's house?
Probably 10 minutes.
And how far is your work from, let's say, the Walmart parking lot?
About 5 minutes.
So it's easier to meet in the Walmart parking lot.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's go back. September 16th, 3 o'clock, you're finished with work, you go to bed, the babysitter, you pick up the children, and then where do you go?
They actually go to daycare during the week,
What?
and they don't get out until 6. Both of them go to 2 different schools.
Well, what did you do from 3 to 6?
From 3 to 6, I went grocery shopping. I took groceries home. We had a seafood boil at my friend's house.
Yeah, just a second. You're talking very fast. I asked you, what did you do from 3 to 6?
I went to Walmart and went grocery shopping.
So that would have been easy for you to meet him at Walmart.
I do believe I called his phone and he did not answer.
No, that's a fibber. So you went grocery shopping from 3 to 6. Is that what you're telling me?
Not all the way till 6. It was about 3 to about 5 o'clock.
Okay, and then where did you go at 5 o'clock?
I went to Indian Creek to pick up my oldest son, and I went to La Petite to pick up my baby boy.
Then where did you go? You went for dinner someplace with your children. And then what did you do?
I called him, and I don't think he answered, so I just pulled up at his mother's house.
Just a second. So he called and you didn't get an answer.
Which is typical for him. It happens all the time.
Evidently, it didn't happen on the 4th of September. You managed to hook up then, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you're going to tell me the story that you want to tell me. You pull into the house. You saw his car. It's 8 o'clock at night. Your 2 children are in the back of the car. You get out of the car. You leave the 2 children in the back of the car.
Yes, ma'am.
You go to the front door.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what?
I go in the house.
Just a second. Well, when one is an uninvited guest, you knock at the door, you ring the doorbell, you wait for somebody to come to the door.
I knocked at the door and they knew that I was in the house.
Oh, tell me what they knew. You walked into the house without asking permission.
Yes, ma'am.
And then pick it up from there. You see, I've been doing this business a long time.
I go into the man cave.
What's the man cave?
It's on the other side of the house where they take part in adult activities.
Okay, and?
We were talking, like, are you going to give me the money? Oh, I spent the money on XYZ.
Hold on a second. Now, what's the first thing he said to you when he saw you?
What are you doing? I was like, I came to get the money.
What money?
The money to get the diapers and wipes.
How much money?
I think he said he was going to give me 50.
Now, he had just given you money on September 4th. How much did he give you on September 4th?
Probably 50.
Not 50, not probably. How much?
50.
Okay. And he said?
I don't have the money.
Is that what you said?
I was like, what you doing here? Because soon as I walk in, Destiny sits down. I ain't even had a chance to say hey to no one else. By the time I feel someone behind me, when I turn around, it's her. I say, what are you doing? What's going on? I came to get the money. Okay, why did you just pull up? You could have called me or anything. I give her money. I don't know if it was $40 to $50. And then I gave it to her. I was like, okay, now, that's it. You can leave. Now, why? She here. Why I can't be here too? She sit down.
Put your hand down. Go ahead, sir.
She sit down at the table. From then on, it was an argument for 10 to 15 minutes.
I want you, since I'm not going to get the story here,
yes, ma'am.
I would like you to tell me what the argument was. She sat down at what table?
At the table where everyone was playing cards at.
How many people were there?
Like 8. That's just in the man cave part.
Was your girlfriend there?
Yes, ma'am.
What about your parents?
Yes, ma'am. My mother was on the other side of the house. My stepdad was in there with us.
Any brothers, sisters?
My brother was there and my sister was there also. She started talking to my sister, Amanda. This was the problem. When I came in, they having a little get-together. I'm just stopping by to say hey. So I'm coming in.
Stop shaking your head. It's annoying.
I'm coming in on their get-together, okay? And then as soon as I walk in, I haven't even sit down yet. And I'm already making an altercation.
Is what you're saying, sir, you came in with your girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
Shortly before she came in?
Yes, ma'am.
About what time?
I say 7:57. And at 8 o'clock, she was behind me.
Okay.
I think she was sitting across the street waiting on to see if I was going to pull up or not. I don't know.
Okay. Now that you know that I know, do you understand? I want you to know that I know. Now we're going to pick up from the fact that you went into the house uninvited. You knew the house. You went to the back of the house that they call a man cave. He's there and his girlfriend and maybe another couple of people. He said there were 8 altogether. Now I want you to pick it up. And understanding, I know what went down there.
Okay.
Go.
As I'm talking to his sister, he grabbed
Now, just
me.
a second. So now you're talking to his sister. What were you talking to his sister about?
Going to the club.
Going
to a
to
strip
what club?
Down the street.
You wanted to go with her to a strip club?
She was talking about she was going. I told her I would probably be there too.
Oh, and you're having this so you're having this long conversation with her in the house.
Yes.
And your 2 children are sitting in the back seat of the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Alone.
Yes, ma'am.
You got where I'm going? So now I don't believe at all that he said to you, I don't have any money. I believe he gave you money because otherwise you wouldn't be sitting having a discussion with his sister about meeting up with her later at a strip club while your two children are sitting alone in the back of the car. We understand each other?
Yes, ma'am.
Pick it up from there.
At that time, he reaches and grabs me by the hair, pulling me to the floor, dragging me out the house, kicking, pulling my hair, trying to hit me, all that.
You're a trespasser in the house. First of all, I don't believe you.
I have pictures. About 10 minutes.
And how old are your children?
6 and 2.
So you left a 6 and a 2-year-old alone in the back of the car while you were discussing with his sister going to a strip club later on that evening. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a police report. Now, Mr. Fitchard.
Yes, ma'am.
She says that while she was talking to her sister, you grabbed her by the back of the hair and pulled her out of the house, kicking and screaming. Is that what happened?
No, ma'am.
You want to tell me what happened?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I asked her to leave like 3 or 4 times. Then I stood in front of her. I said, please leave. I pointed to the door 3 times. By that time, about the 3rd time, I'm cussing. I'm like, freaking leave. Okay, by that time, she go to jump up and lunge at me. When she lunge at me and go to grab me, I grab her hair and hold. And by the time I grab her hair, the whole time, it is 8 people just knowing we finna fight. As soon as she lunged at me and I grabbed her, 6 people grabbed both of us. No one of us can move. She's down because I was holding her hair, ma'am. But that's it. She's punching, kicking. Then she locked on my knee, biting me. And then eventually they pulled her off of me, and my mom and my sister and someone else escorted her to the car. I sit in the house like 3 to 5 more minutes. She is out there going crazy. Both of us wants to leave, so I tried to leave, and she pulled her car in front of mine. That's what started the altercation where I had to turn my car around.
Your car was in first. Did she pull up behind yours?
No, ma'am.
Where did she pull up, and where were the children?
The children was in the back seat. She pulled up. It's like, okay, when the driveway go, it splits like this. I was right here. She pulled on this side behind another car.
You were both free to leave at that point.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to tell you what I think, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that she started all this trouble. There's no question in my mind she started all this trouble. I think that you exercised poor judgment when she left, when she was out of the house. What you shouldn't have done is gotten into your car in an attempt to leave while she was still on the scene.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
should have waited inside or called the police, let the police come, diffuse the situation. That was a mistake, because there's no question in my mind that she started this whole,
yes, ma'am.
This whole problem for which she's not getting rewarded.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you file for a protective order?
No, ma'am. I didn't file a protection order because of our son.
Don't tell me because. You didn't file a protective order because if you filed for a protective order, there would have been a hearing, a trial, and there were 8 witnesses to what went down that day. That's why you didn't file for a protective order or press any charges against him. Now, do you visit with your son?
When we're not fighting, like...
So this is what I'm going to suggest to both of you.
Yes, ma'am.
I think if the children live with you, the defendant should pay a regular amount in child support and have a fixed time to visit with his son on his own terms, not your terms. That means that one or both of you can go to the family court. You ask to be legally declared child's father, which is an order of filiation and a paternity order. You say, I want a fixed order of visitation. Do you work?
Yes, ma'am.
Do they pay you by check?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. You tell the court, this is what I make, this is what I earn. And you tell the court that you want them to take a support order right out of your check so that you don't have to have anything to do with her with regard to money. Okay. And you tell the court that I want a fixed order of visitation so that she doesn't dictate when you get to visit. The court tells her when.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you don't pay the support order, then they will first take your driver's license away. They'll do all kinds of things. They'll take your tax return, and then they could put you in jail.
Yeah.
She doesn't allow you to see your son when the court tells her to. They will take the child and give him to you. Okay. That's what will happen. Now, You made a baby and you have the responsibility to support that child and you have the right to see that child. And he doesn't want to see you anymore. And his sister doesn't want to go to a strip club with you anymore. And you should be a little more concerned about your two children, ages 2 and 6, in the back of the car alone at 8 o'clock at night after you've already had an evening out with your friends. You should be more concerned than who he's with and what he's doing. You have no connection with him anymore. We understand each other?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
done with this case.
I was
I'm
wondering
done. I'm done
about
with
my
this case.
counterclaim.
Your counterclaim I addressed, sir. I
Okay.
said, as unwise as it was for her to come to the house when she did, because she precipitated all this problem, it was equally as unwise for you to leave the house and get into this jockeying with cars, resulting in both cars getting damaged.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
We're done. The plaintiff is your former girlfriend. You have a child together. Child is how old?
He's 8.
Is that your only child?
No, I have 2 other children.
How old are the 2 others that you have?
I'm 12 and 19.
Did you say about 12?
No, he's 12 years old, and I have a 19-year-old daughter.
Do they live with you?
My son does, yeah, the 12-year-old.
Your 19-year-old daughter is on her own?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be yes. Okay, so you have an 8-year-old, and that's your youngest child. And did you and Miss Burke live together at any point?
No.
But you enjoy visitation with him. Is that court-ordered visitation?
No.
It's visitation that you arranged with each other.
Yes.
And when do you have the visitation?
Just every once in a while. We're going through court right now, so it'll probably be a regular visitation.
A regular visit,
Correct.
okay. Well, October 2nd of last year, an incident occurred. Tell me about what was the schedule for visitation on that day?
She was supposed to drop him off with me for 2 hours, and so...
What time?
I can't remember the exact
Well,
time.
this is important. You know you're coming here today because if you don't remember, I'm going to get the information from her.
Oh, okay.
She was supposed to drop him off.
Right.
Is there any reason why you weren't picking him up?
No, she was dropping him off, and I was taking him back.
Do you live far away from each other?
About 30 minutes apart.
So that was the arrangement. She was going to drop him off.
Right.
And you don't remember the time?
I don't remember exact time.
Do you remember the time?
Our arranged time didn't work out for either one of us. So he told me to give him a call before we left, and that's what I did. I just called him and told him that we were going to be on our way. That was about 4:30.
Do you remember that conversation?
Yes.
Now you do. Okay, so now I'm coming back to you. So she said we're on our way and it takes about 30 minutes to get there, which means that she should have gotten to your house at about 5 o'clock.
Right.
Did she get there at 5 o'clock? And what were you going to do with your son for those 2 hours?
We just went and hung out, and I was going to take him to the park, but he wanted to shoot. I took him to shoot a BB gun.
Did you discuss that with his mother?
No, I sent her pictures of it, so she knew what was going on.
So you sent her a picture of him shooting a BB gun. And where was your 12-year-old at the time?
He was right beside him shooting a BB gun.
And then you decided to take him home.
Yes.
But you decided to take him home a little early.
No. No.
No.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, you say in your answer, I know I got that from someplace, she said, when I arrived, she was upset that I dropped him off early.
No.
That's what you said in your
Well,
answer.
she said it was early, but it was way later.
What time did you drop him off?
I don't know. It was nighttime. I don't know exact time. I guess
Well,
you can
then
get that off the
so
police.
then I'm going to go back to her. What time did you get a call that he was bringing him back?
Oh, he was contacting me, and after 6 already telling me it was time that I needed to get home, that we were... It wasn't until about 7:30.
That's very confusing to me, what you just said. That was a mumble. What time did he call you to say he was leaving? Or
he was
text
text
you?
messaging me from 6:30 on.
So from 6:30, and he had visitation for 2 hours.
I told him I would come pick him up at about 8:45.
Oh, so when you dropped him off, you said to him, I'll pick him up.
And I text messaged him also.
No, don't text. What was your initial arrangement? You see, what he says is you dropped him off so that he could have visit, but you really wanted to drop him off so that you would have some free time.
Yeah.
To have a date or whatever, which, Mr. Kelsey,
Yes.
is okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right? That's okay.
Right.
You're not together anymore. She can have a date, and you
Right.
can be a babysitter.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm going to come back to you. Did you get the message from her, either verbally or by text, that she would pick him up at about 8:45?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But I already had my day planned, and I had things to do, and I was supposed to do
Just a second. What did you have to do?
Well, the agreement-
Not the agreement. What did you have to do?
I was helping somebody move that night. That ain't a
Who?
good. Huh?
is not an answer.
I didn't-
What was the name of the person that you were
Oh, his
going to
name
help
was Bob.
to move that
Is
night?
it-
Bob what? Bob what? Get on your phone and give me the number. Get on your
Okay.
phone and give me this Bob's number. Because I'm going to call Bob. And you know what I don't like?
What's that?
I don't like to get up from this bench and go back to the phone. If Bob isn't going to tell me, I don't know what he's talking about moving. I haven't moved.
You want me to call him, you're saying? Okay.
No, I'm going to call.
Oh, you
Look
can
at
call
me,
him.
Mr. Kelsey.
And it was
Mr.
Bob.
Look at me.
Yes.
Say, I'm sorry, that was the wrong night. I wasn't helping anybody move.
I'm sorry that was the
Say
wrong.
to me, I'm sorry, that was the wrong night. I wasn't helping anybody move.
Why am I saying that?
Because
Okay, I'm sorry. That was the wrong night. I wasn't
Right.
helping anybody move.
Okay. So
I don't understand
now
why I'm saying
she
that.
was. Hey, I'm way ahead of you. I know exactly what it's all
Okay.
about. Put your phone away. Put it down now. I've been doing family court work for 40 years.
Have you?
I know exactly who you are, and I know exactly what she is. She wanted an evening out. She has. How many children do you have?
One.
One, an 8-year-old. So, be nice if the child was with his father for one night. She didn't have to worry about him. Maybe could have a date. And she said, and even though you were only supposed to have him, according to you, for 2 hours, I assume it's not a burden to have your 8-year-old son, sir?
No, it's not at all.
And you were out shooting BBs with him from 5 to 6. Did you give him dinner?
Yeah, he ate.
Yeah, just a second. That's not what I asked you. Did you give him dinner?
Yes.
Okay. From when to when?
I don't know. I wasn't sitting and watching the clock the whole time I had him.
Now I know exactly who you are.
Who?
I know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
So when she texted you and said, I'll pick him up at 9:15, which is what you agreed to, because she's got that on her phone, what did you say to her?
I said, that wasn't the agreement. You said 2 hours. I said, I'll be bringing him back. She didn't text me like that. She said, I'll be bringing him back when I'm done going out and partying. That's what she said.
She said she'll pick him up.
Huh?
Not you'll drop him off. She said she'll
Yeah,
pick
she'll
him up.
pick him up, but that
Just a
wasn't the
second.
agreement.
I know it wasn't your agreement. I'm just trying to figure out, sir, why you think that spending an extra 2 hours with your son is a burden.
It wasn't a burden.
What was the trouble? If you were supposed to have him from 5 to 7, and she said, I'll pick him up, so you don't have to drive a half hour there and a half hour back, I'll pick him up from your house. I don't understand why you had a problem with that.
I didn't have a problem with it.
Then why did you take him home?
Well, because the 2 hour agreement was
just a
passed,
second.
and I
Then
took
why-
him home like 3 hours later.
Just a second. We're not talking about agreement.
Okay.
Then if she said, I'll pick him up, why did you bring him home?
Because it was time for him to go home.
Okay, I got you. So I said, I got you. So what time did you get him home?
I thought it was almost around 9 o'clock.
No.
Okay.
Just a second. You thought it was 9. What time was it?
7:30.
Okay. So at 7:30, you drove him home.
Yes.
Now, since you seem to have a memory loss about the times in the evening, because that's exactly what it was, because you said, I'm supposed to have him for 2 hours. Not more than 2 hours, 2 hours, and I'm not babysitting with him while you go out, while you have a good time, while you have somebody in your house. I'm not doing that, so I'm bringing him home at when we said in our agreement.
Oh.
Just for my own information, Mr. Kelsey, prior to October 2nd, when had you last spent time with your son?
Well, every time I go.
I need a date.
I don't know.
Prior to October 2nd.
Okay.
When had you spent time with him? That would be sometime in September. When in September?
September 31st.
Is that right?
It was about 2 years prior that
2 years?
that you had taken him,
She's not.
that he had taken him and had some one-on-one time. He's talking about just swinging by.
I'm not talking
That's
about
not-
swinging by.
I
I'm
was-
talking about.
I wanted him to have one-on-one
Just
time.
a second. Don't tell me what you wanted. You want a little time out. That's okay.
You know,
That's okay. That's fine.
These
And
texts
that's
she's
you.
saying I'm sending, do you know, she gets on a text messaging app
I
that makes
want
these
to
texts
know
up. You know
when
that,
was
right?
the last
I've got my
time.
phone records.
When
Well,
was
good, get the phone records.
I want to know when was the last time prior to October 2nd that you prepared dinner for your son at your house?
Prepare dinner for him at my house?
That's my question.
I've never prepared dinner at my house for him. She hasn't ever at her house either. She don't know how to cook.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't.
Very good. I actually had enough with him. This is what your case is about. You allege that when he drove your son home at 7:30, there was a kerfuffle. You were annoyed that he brought him home at 7:30. He was annoyed because of him, whatever, and you allege that he scratched your car.
yes.
I want you to tell me how that transpired.
So he was text messaging me, be home. I pulled up and I stayed out.
You pulled up where?
In front of my home.
So you come home and you pull up in front of your house.
Right. And I didn't even get out. I stayed in my vehicle because I figured Jackson had not eaten. So I was going to just take off after he dropped him off. So he comes speeding around the corner and slams on his brakes. Now we're, like nose to nose. And I get out of my vehicle to go to the passenger side to get Jackson out of the car. And he, at that time, exited his vehicle. So now we're crossing paths. Jackson had fallen asleep. So I was waking him up. I look over and he's all leaned into my car. Ryan is. And I didn't know what he was getting. And most likely, my phone, he takes things. I didn't know.
Don't tell me most likely. You saw him leaning into your car.
Yes. So I grabbed his keys out of the ignition of the car he was driving and I tossed them into the middle of the road to get him out of my car. And he then grabs my keys and he gets out of my vehicle and tosses them as hard as he could into an empty lot.
Okay, so you threw his keys into the road, he threw your keys into an empty lot.
Correct.
So far, that's pretty consistent with what I read in both the complaint and the answer. Go ahead.
So I tell my son, baby, he's awake now. Baby, go sit up on the porch. I had to get my keys to get the house key. I went towards the empty lot to find my keys, and Ryan was, yelling pretty derogatory terms to me. And I turn around, and that's when I saw him. He was coming around the passenger side front fender, and he gets something out of his pocket and did this motion like a knife, I thought, and he goes across my front driver's side.
Do you have pictures of your car?
I do.
I'd like to take a look at them. And I'd like to see the police report as well.
Okay, there's pictures and there's the police report.
Did you ever file criminal charges?
He asked if I wanted to press charges, and I said yes.
And you said yes. Other than the contact that was made by the police on the 2nd, were you ever contacted by the police again?
No.
With regard to this?
No, she dropped the charges the next day.
No, I didn't.
Sure.
Show me.
Did she drop the charges?
Yeah.
How would I have that? The police?
Well,
I never got a warrant.
Then you don't know what happened.
Well, a warrant never came out for me.
That doesn't mean she dropped the charges, sir.
Well, she told me the next day she dropped the charges.
I didn't know.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You are such a liar.
Then how come I never got charged for it?
Because they may have had other things to do than get in between you two idiots who had a fight in front of your 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to pay for the scratches on the car, you fool.
Every time I go around her, there's a fight.
Fool.
Hey, would you like to see some of her text messages to me?
No, I don't want to
got
see any text messages from her. I think you're a big
change your mind
baby.
about her.
I think you're a big baby. Judging for the
I wish
plaintiff
I
in
could play
the
a
amount
couple
of $549. We're done. Mr. Guidron, this used to be your friend or your girlfriend or a casual acquaintance that you met on the internet?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you had, according to you, a short relationship. Is that where you met him on the internet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. It's your claim that she vandalized your car once you ended the relationship. That's what the case is about. She vandalized your car by keying it. Ms. Perez, while she sort of acknowledges she was in the general vicinity of where your car was, said that she never touched your car. That's probably because you have a lousy character and many female enemies that somebody did that. So I want to ask you a few questions, and then I'm going to Ms. Perez because I've read her answer very carefully. You did write an answer truthfully, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. You met Ms. Perez when? Month and year?
It was May the 26th, 2016.
And when was the first time you met her in person?
It was the same day, actually, that I met her online.
Okay, well, life is different, now. It's kind of hard for me to relate to that. I know it's equally as hard for Officer Byrd to relate to that kind of meeting. We usually met people when we were at a social or a basketball game. Friends introduce you. My girlfriend has a best friend, would be perfect for you. So this is all relatively new to us. So you met her, you saw a picture of her online, you were enamored with the picture. Clearly she liked your picture and you met that day. That was the 26th of May.
Yes.
When did you and Miss Perez cease being friends?
It was like 2 weeks after that. So it would be like about June 19 or June 18. That's when everything just I decided I didn't want to be.
Try not to use like.
Okay, sorry.
Just try. I know it's very hard because I have grandchildren, but try not to use filler words. You stopped seeing her, it wasn't like June 19th, it was on June 19th.
Yeah.
Good. And you stopped seeing her because?
Because her friend reached out to me, telling me how she is, and pretty much she was just showing the fake person, like identity of herself.
So you believed somebody else about her?
Yes.
Now, between May 26th and June 19th, and I'm asking these questions for a reason, did you have an intimate relationship with her?
Yes.
Did Miss Perez ever tell you that in this 3-week period of time that she was pregnant?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. On what date did she tell you she was pregnant?
I don't remember, but it was on a Monday on June.
Now, Miss Perez, I'm going to ask you just a couple of questions.
Go for it, Your Honor.
You agree that you met on May 26th?
Yes.
Do you agree that you last saw him in any sort of social relationship on June 19th?
No.
When did you last see him?
Like August?
Not like August.
Okay, on August, but I'm not really sure what exact day it was. I just know it was in the middle of the week.
Where did you see him?
At his house?
So you spent time at his house?
Yes.
And you're positive it was August?
Yes.
Okay. And you're positive it was June?
Yes.
On what date did you have this incident with your car?
It was on Labor Day, September 6th.
Your Honor, I would actually...
Shh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to take a look at it.
Both of them?
Yeah, all 3 of them. This should be 3.
Thank you. Okay, so the police report dated June 15th, where you complained that she was harassing you. That had nothing to do with keying the car.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So, Ms. Perez, let's get back to you.
Yeah.
You said that you last were at his house in August. That's clearly untrue. He complained to the police in this narrative on June 15th. June 15th, not August 15th. He said, I asked Mr. Guadrone what happened. This is the police officer, and he told me he arrived home at about 00:10 hours. After he parked his vehicle in his driveway, he heard a vehicle turn from the street. He looked toward the vehicle and noticed it was a white Honda with paper plates. He knew his ex-girlfriend, Sabrina Olivia. Is that your name?
Oliva.
Oliva. So why do you use Perez?
That's my mother's maiden last name.
Great. He knew his ex-girlfriend, Sabrina Oliva, had a similar car. He got into his car and followed the Honda Civic as it drove away. He caught up with the vehicle and saw Oliva driving the vehicle. He recorded the incident on his cell phone. He returned home and contacted the police. He told me he dated Oliva for about a month. He broke up with her, and we're talking in June, not August, and he told me she has been harassing him ever since. I called her on the phone, this is the police officer, and asked her what happened. She told me she dropped off her friend who lives on Maple Street. Is that you?
No, that's not me.
Is that you? So that person's not here. The person that's his friend that you became best friends who lives right across the street. That's what you say in your answer. To me, after the plaintiff cut me out of his life, I became friends with his best friend who lives right across the street from me.
Can I say something, Your Honor? There's 2 different friends. That friend this is a friend that I was sleeping with. The other friend I was actual friends, mutual friends that they went to high school with.
So we have June. So you want to rethink the last time you had social contact with him?
I don't recall exactly what time. I just remember after that whole incident, me and him, some way, somehow we made up and we made an agreement that we would still have sexual relations without any...
Okie dokie. All right. Now, and then he reported the vandalism on June 13th. He reported 4 tires were slashed. That was on June 13th. Where is the report of the keying of the car?
The officer didn't write a report. It should be in the back.
Oh, the call.
Yeah.
The call.
Yeah, he didn't report
Got
as a
it.
criminal.
And this call came in on September 8th.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to turn to you. Now I've got some idea of what's going on and who's a lunatic and who's not. So you want to tell me on the date of this incident, which was what date? September 6th. You were at a friend's house.
Yes.
And what's his friend's name?
It's Isaiah's and Joel.
You went to Isaiah's house, and at some point, Isaiah asked you to leave, according to you.
Yes.
And the reason he asked you to leave is because the plaintiff was coming to the party.
Mm-hmm.
No, uh-huh.
Yes.
That would be a yes. So he said to you, I really think it's a good idea that you leave because, what's your first name? So he said to you, I really think it's a good idea that you leave because, what's your first name?
Brian.
Brian is coming. I don't think it's a good idea that you be here. Now, when you left, did you leave by car?
Yes.
Where did you go?
Across the street to my house.
So you got into your car to drive to your house across the street?
Mm-hmm. He lives in like a high-rise building, and then I lived in condos. I lived in a condo like right next door. It's like a gated condo. So I can't just walk there.
And you went to your house?
Yes.
At what time?
Around 11:30.
In the morning or at night?
Night.
Was anybody home when you got home?
Yes.
Who?
My father.
But then you decided to go back out again.
Mm-hmm.
Not that's not
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
And where did you go?
I went back
to Isaiah's house.
Isaiah's house.
At what time?
It was really very shortly after that, like around 11:45.
So you went home for 15 minutes and then you went back to
Yes.
Isaiah's house. And in order to get back to Isaiah's house, you had to go to your parking space, get your car.
Yes.
Go to Isaiah's house, who lives in a high-rise, find a parking space.
No, there's where everyone parks. It's just like a big parking lot.
And what did you do there?
They asked me to come back. And
who asked you to come back?
Isaiah's.
Isaiah called you. Isaiah called you.
Texted.
Texted. I'd like to see that.
Oh, I deleted all of their messages.
Why would you do that?
Just we were all arguing. There was a big fight after that.
Well, that would be all the more reason to hold on to the text messages.
I have a couple of screenshots of when Brian reached out to me about the whole incident, but I went back there mostly we were all friends. I mean, I made mutual friends.
You weren't friends. They asked you to leave. When you came back and you drove over there, did you go back into the, just pay attention, did you go back into the house? Just a second.
No, I didn't. I picked up another friend of his.
Just a second. You did not go into the house.
I didn't.
Well, which friend texted you?
Joelle.
Joelle texted you?
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
I don't have anything of that.
Okay. You have a recording or whatever
Yes.
of the defendant,
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Oliva,
Yes.
admitting that she keyed your car?
I have the text messages. The video
I'd like to see it.
Yeah. This is a video pretty much showing how aggressive she could be.
I don't want the video. I don't care.
Okay.
I want to see the text message of her on your phone, not the piece of paper.
Here we go. It's from here on.
And while I'm looking at that, would you give me an estimate on photographs of the keying of your car?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
What?
I just wanted to point out that when he reached out to me because I have a copy of it too, at 1:50, that was the first time that I have heard from him in months. So main reason why I mostly responded back, as you can see, is I didn't even talk about the car.
Just a second. You just said that this is the first time you had heard from him in months. This
No,
isn't
not in months. I meant in
this is in September. You told me that you broke up with him in August.
We didn't break up in August. We broke up earlier than that, but we were still having sexual relationships after that.
Just a second, but according to you, you told him early on that you were pregnant within the first couple of weeks. How does somebody know they're pregnant within the first couple of weeks of a relationship?
I found out I was pregnant in June 4th, 2016, which I have a picture of my pregnancy test with the date on it.
Listen to me carefully, brain trust. You acknowledge that you met him on May 26th. So if you were pregnant and it showed on June 4th that you were pregnant, not possible.
The doctor even confirmed it.
Oh, you could be pregnant, but he's not the father. Fool. So the car belongs to who, your mother?
Yes, my mother.
Okay. Who are you?
Sabrina's friend.
Stand up. When you say friend, a friend? A
Friend.
boyfriend?
No, just friend.
You've been her friend for a long time?
A few months.
Few months?
Months, yeah.
You still living at home with your father?
No, Your Honor.
Who do you live with?
It's just roommates, big house roommates.
How do you support yourself?
My mother pays my bills.
Your mother pays you bills, but you were living with your father.
My father took me back in after I broke up with him just because he
broke up with him. You were with him for 2 weeks.
Well, yeah. After we ended our little fling,
he had girls try to get back at
Listen
me.
to me. I don't care.
I know you don't.
don't care.
I know you
I don't
don't.
care. I'm asking
I know
you.
you
You
don't.
live with your father, but your mother pays your bills, and I'm just questioning that.
Yeah, my mom pays my bills.
Great. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,800. We're finished.
What is excuse me, Mr.
Mr. McDonald, I'm going to start with you, sir.
Okay.
You and Miss Perez worked at the same place. You were the manager of the place where you worked. What kind of facility was that?
It's a check cashing.
You were the manager, and what role did you have there? You were selling a car.
I was assistant manager.
That is correct.
And Miss Perez and you came to an agreement that she was going to purchase the car. When was that, Mr. McDonald?
We started talking about it probably about August 11th, 2016.
Did she purchase it in August of 2016?
Yes, she did.
And she gave you a down payment?
That is correct.
How much?
$2,500.
And the agreement was she was going to pay you $200 a month.
The agreement was that she would give me $100 every payday, which would be $200 per month, some months $300.
And in the month of September, did the payments start immediately in September, or were they delayed until October?
No, ma'am, they started till October 1st was her first payment.
Did she make a payment in October?
Yes, she did.
Did she make a payment in November?
Yes, she did. It was late.
Okay, but she made a payment in November.
That's correct.
Did she make a payment in December?
No.
Do you have any proof that you made a payment in December?
No.
And you didn't make the payment in December. Why did you not make the payment in December?
I spoke with Larry and I let him know that my daughter, we had a situation out of town, and he was okay with me not making a payment. And I told him I'll make up for it in January.
Did you make a payment in January?
Yes, I did.
Did she make a payment in January?
In January, yes.
Okay, January what?
January 19th.
And how much did she give you in January?
$200.
Had she had a discussion with you in December about some emergency that she had?
She had a discussion with me to tell me that she needed time off work to take her daughter back to see her aunt and that she would be back at a time, but did not.
Did she tell you well, you must have asked her what about the car payment for December?
Yes, and she said she was going to be making it.
And she did not?
No.
In January, however, she made the payment on the 19th.
That's correct.
And on that same day, when she made the payment, you repossessed the car. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you didn't tell her when she made the payment to you that you were repossessing the car because you knew, according to you, that she was going to be fired from her job the following week. Is that correct? That's what you say.
That's correct, but the fact is that she only had made up to January 19th had made 2 payments, so she was 6 payments behind.
No,
yes.
sir.
Yes, she
Not
was.
according to you.
No?
I just asked you those questions, sir. I said, did she make a payment to you in October?
Which
You
she
said
did,
you were
one
paid.
payment. You asked me if she made a payment, and I said yes, she made one. She made one payment in November.
Of how much?
$100 each, both times.
So she made $200, and she was supposed to pay you how much?
$400.
$400 a month. So $200.
No, okay, let me back up. October, she should have paid me $200, $100 for each pay period.
Just a second. So she paid you $200.
No,
How much did she pay you?
$100.
Okay, so she only made one payment in
That
October.
is correct.
Got it. Now I got it. You have proof that you made 2 payments in October. Question. There's a question before you. Did you make 2 payments in October?
No.
In November, how many payments did she make?
One payment of $100.
Do you have proof that you made 2 payments in November? Because you were supposed to make 2 a month, right? Well, then he had every right to repossess your car. Because what he said was, initially, I said, well, if she made her payments in October and November, she missed December, but then she paid in January. She gave him $200 in January, and he took the car back right after the payment. That sounds a little sketchy. But you didn't pay him in October. You didn't pay him in November because you owed him money in both October and November. You didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't pay him in January until January 19th. What did you expect him to do?
No,
Give you a gold star?
I did make 2 payments, but I made 1 payment in October.
You made a payment of how much? $100.
In October, no, 135 plus 115 because we went half on the thermostat that went out. So I made a payment.
Listen to me. I don't care about the thermostat that went out.
Okay.
You were supposed to pay him $100 a pay period.
Yes.
How many payments did you make him?
I made one
in-
payment of $250 in October.
$250. Show me.
I can show you the text that I text them, and I can't show you because.
November.
Nope.
Well, you knew you were coming to court today, madam. This is your case. What you're suing him for is
All my
the money.
evidence was in the Jeep. I had receipts like this in the Jeep. I didn't think my Jeep was going to get taken, so I don't have evidence. I don't want to say yes, I did when I can't come here and prove it to you, but everything's in the Jeep.
No, there wasn't.
Shh.
Sorry.
Shh.
There was nothing in the Jeep that was not given back to her. Everything that was in the Jeep is.
Sorry, Miss Perez.
Your Honor, there is a few things that still
Sorry,
in the
Miss
Jeep.
Perez. He didn't steal the vehicle. He repossessed the car because you hadn't been making payments to him as you were supposed to make payments to him while you were working for him.
Yep.
And then you were going to get fired, so we knew for sure you weren't going to make any payments.
And
Yet,
she
but
also
you didn't
wasn't
make payments when you were working and getting paid at all in December.
It was just December. I made
No,
payments.
no. You have no proof that you made all your payments in October or November.
And she had her insurance canceled 4 different times through this whole
No,
thing.
I didn't.
I've got evidence.
Doesn't matter. She has no case. Now, you have a counterclaim.
That is correct.
Your counterclaim is for damage to the vehicle and impound fees.
That is correct.
What impound fees?
Because she reported the car stolen, and the car wasn't stolen, she was told that.
Just a second. Did you give her notice that you would repossess the car?
I told her that I took the car when I paid her off.
And when was that?
That was the following Tuesday because of the fact.
Just a second. When had she reported the car stolen? That was immediately.
The 20th.
So then you have to pay the impound fees.
But the Sacramento Police Department said the report should have never been taken.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me what anybody said to you.
I'm just.
You had the car while she was at work. You had the car repossessed. You didn't tell her about it that day. She comes out. She looks for her car. Her car's not there. She reports it stolen. She doesn't find out until later, till after you paid her off, days later, that you actually had the car. So if the car was impounded because she reported it stolen, you should have told her immediately. That's all. Now, money owed for damaged vehicle. Tell me how the vehicle was damaged.
Well, there is one damage to the right driver's door, which my witness is the first one that saw it.
Just a second. All you have to do is show me a picture.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have recordings with their insurance saying he didn't know where the vehicle was.
Just a second.
He had no.
Listen, you have no case. You didn't make your payments.
I just don't. I made payments. I just don't have proof.
I'm sorry.
Because it was repossessed and he's not going to give me his credit card statement. If you get his credit card statement, it will
Madam,
show.
You acknowledge you made no payments in December and you didn't make any payments until January 19th. For January.
No.
And that has nothing to do with
January
October and November.
was for December that I talked to him about. In October and November, I only made one payment. You asked me if I made 2, and I do have proof. I mean, and it's.
You don't have proof.
I don't, because he's repossessed his car, which has all my evidence in it. How's that fair to me?
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate that he lied to everybody.
Next time, keep better evidence.
Yes.
I can't see what you're pointing to, sir. I can't see what this is.
You can see the dent right in the center of the picture. Can I?
Talking about here?
And here's the.
You're talking about
right there.
here?
Insurance payments. I've been paying insurance. Proof.
I don't care if you've been paying insurance. You weren't paying him.
Yeah, I was.
You have proof that you're paying insurance. Yeah. You should have proof that you were paying him. How did the car get dented here?
I don't know. I wasn't pointed out it. He pointed out to me. Oh, well, actually, Marie pointed out to me. And I told him when I was on the freeway, I heard a dink, but didn't notice anything until she pointed it out. It looks like a rock or a ball, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure it might have been on there before.
Just a second. You saw this dent?
Yeah.
Good. Stand up. Did you see how it happened?
No.
No. She doesn't know how it happened either.
But I know the car how it was when Larry gave it to her. And so when I came to work and it was literally 70 feet away from me, I said, what is that dent?
What? It looks like somebody hit a car door onto hers. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like there was an accident.
No.
It looked like somebody hit their car door into hers.
Or it looks like
or
someone
a ball,
took a foot.
or a ball, right?
Something.
That's what. So, what do you want? Your case is dismissed. Your counterclaim is for the missed payments.
No.
No?
My countersuit is for the insurance to fix the vehicle.
Why is mine dismissed?
Why?
I just told you why. I told you 4 times because you have no proof that you paid him in October and November what you were supposed to pay him. You acknowledge you didn't pay him at all in December, and you didn't offer a payment until almost the end of January. Don't speak. That's why your case is dismissed. He had every right to repossess the car. Do you understand? Use the $2,500 deposit to fix the door. You got it? Perfect. We're done. Well, this is actually a pretty confusing car case, even for me. So maybe, Mr. Cormier, you can make it easier for me. You purchased a car from Mr. Bolsh. When? Month, day, and year?
It was September 18th, 2014.
And you had not known him before?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Bolsh, what kind of work do you do, sir?
I'm in the oil field, oil and gas.
And do you have your own company, or do you work for somebody?
No, ma'am, it's my own company.
And how long have you had that company?
10 years.
Prior to that, did you work for someone else?
No, ma'am, I had another company.
Same kind of business?
Yes, ma'am.
Different location?
Yes, ma'am, Laredo, Texas.
Mr. Bolsh, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I just want to figure out who you are. Who is this young man?
This is my son.
You live with your son? Do you have family? What are the children?
Yes, ma'am. I have 5 sons and 3 daughters, and 2 foster kids, David and Diana.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony, Mr. Bosch?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever been convicted of a misdemeanor, Mr. Bosch?
No, ma'am.
I'm asking you these simple questions because somehow Mr. Cormier seems to think that you scammed him out of a car that you sold to him on the 18th of September 2014. So I'm trying to get an idea of who you are and whether this is something that was a typical thing for you to do. Now, what kind of a car did you sell him, Mr. Bosch?
It was a Mustang.
Had you had it for a long time?
A couple of years.
How old was it?
I guess it was around 10 years old.
And how much did you sell it for to Mr. Cormier?
$3,500.
So far, we are correct, Mr. Cormier. So far, correct. And you didn't know him before?
No, ma'am.
You saw the car parked in the street?
No, I bought it off of Craigslist.
And you looked at it. And when you went, you gave him cash for it?
Yes, ma'am.
He doesn't deny that he gave him cash, and he gave you the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he also give you the title to the car?
Yes, ma'am.
So you had the car and the title.
Yes, ma'am.
And it was titled in his name?
Yes, ma'am.
And he signed the title over to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now you can pick it up from there.
I can probably need a little bit of help. I got incarcerated about 4 days afterwards. It was at my mom's house, and she was trying to sell it. She knows a little bit more as far as details.
Fine. So you were incarcerated for how long?
14 or 15 months.
So you don't know what happened to the car after 14 or 15 months yourself?
No, ma'am.
But you were in touch with your mother for
Yes,
those
ma'am.
14 or 15 months. Okay. Now step up. Your last name is?
Cormier.
All right, Miss Cormier. Now, your son is incarcerated for a year and a half. He has this Mustang that he has just purchased for $3,500. Pick up the story. Why is Mr. Bosch here today?
About a week or so after my son was incarcerated, I think it started raining. The Mustang had holes in the roof, and I had no key to it. The key was with my son down in Galveston, about 250 miles away. He suggested I contact Mr. Bolsh to see if he have a spare key, which he did. We met at his office, got the spare key. I explained to him I wasn't really sure about what I was going to do with the title. I needed to know the disposition of my son's case, if I would put it in my name, if I was going to sell it. You know, there was lots of different variables going on. And so we had faxed each other, had called each other on the cell phone. I got the key back.
Bottom line is your son never registered the car in his name before he was incarcerated.
Right.
The title is in your son's name.
Correct.
And you did not register the car.
No, ma'am.
Okay. And he, Mr. Bolsh, gave you the spare key that you requested.
Mm-hmm.
What's next?
Probably a month or so later, my son's girlfriend, a friend of hers who lived with her dad, wanted to buy the vehicle on payments. And then about a month or so later, and I relayed that to Mr. Bolsh.
He has nothing to do with it.
No, he doesn't, but I just wanted to let him know what was going on.
Well, I don't know why. I don't know why. There would be no reason to let him know somebody else wanted to buy the car.
Right.
On payments. And the car is no longer his. He has turned over the title to your son.
I'm assuming, I thought maybe he may want to know why he hadn't received the, they send a copy of the title, I think.
Oh, you mean because it had not been taken out of